the FGC Job Squad, the best FGC podcast on God.
I don't watch that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Only half of the second one, actually. Whatever.
So this is the second attempt at this. This is like
Yeah.
this is the what do you call it? Your FGC Job Squad Deluxe Edition 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like this is
Yeah.
no one knows the fucking complete and utter train wreck that was.
We're gonna save the other episode for all the premium subscribers and send that out as
stop
bloopers and shit. Yeah.
That's off the record, classified.
I was laughing at the never mind, it doesn't even matter. But hey, what's up, guys? This is FGC Job Squad 17. We're here with Rico, aka 3E Deluxe. What's up, Rico? Oh, and Ian, what's up? How you doing, Ian?
It's my Discord crash. Am I back? Are you going back? No?
I'm doing good. Yeah, that totally fucked everything. Jesus Christ, we cannot have we just. I feel bad for you, Kadar. Somehow everything's just.
It's you.
I shit on your intro like last time, and then you did a good one this time, and then like the gods have like they just are throwing shade at you, dude. Ian gets fucking crashed.
Oh, you did the intro already? Damn.
Yeah. I said, "What's up, Ian? How you doing, Ian?"
What's up, dude? I'm doing good. Am I the guest now?
No, but then we're gonna ask, "What's up?" Yeah, and then what's up, Rico? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Hanging in there, holding on, and looking for a soft spot to let go.
Nice, dude. But yeah, we tried doing a little bit like yesterday, and it was actually pretty funny. Rico's a crazy person. So basically, Rico, he has a podcast called what was it called? Serious Players Only, and he plays fighting games. And his podcast is a lot better than this one, so you should check the description. There's a link in there for it. But basically, Rico, I wanted you on this week just because, dude, you're like a kindred spirit. I feel like you like a lot of the same shit that I like. So, and plus, your podcast is really good. So,
you like Don?
Yeah, I like Don. I like Don. But what else do I say? You're like, okay, this guy's like the Alex Jones of the fighting game community. I feel like
that's actually a cool one. That's cool, dude. I actually like that.
Definitely. So if you in. But it's not as serious as you think it is like that. It's not as bad shit. So you should listen to it. It's if you want an Alex Jones type FGC podcast. But
yeah, I've infiltrated Bohemian Grove and I've seen them do their child sacrifice. Alex Jones is a fucking nut, dude. But that guy's pretty funny, and I think I'm kind of funny too. So I'll take that as a comment. I don't think you're talking shit. I like that.
No, I'm not talking shit. But and I don't like Alex Jones. For people listening, this is where people are gonna just turn this shit off. But no, I don't like Alex Jones. He's crazy. The whole Sandy Hook shit. He's a fucking nut job.
That was yeah. I mean, the guy's a fucking idiot, but he's pretty funny. You gotta. If he was a comedian, he'd be funny as shit. He'd be like one of the best comedians of all time, probably.
Yeah,
funnier than fucking Tig Notaro or whatever the fuck. I mean, Jesus
oh my
Christ.
god,
I've seen some shittiest. I've fucking seen some specials that you could put drills in your ears after fucking listening to it. Like,
Jesus. I saw her show. She has a show where she tries to guess. She like, oh, I don't watch TV or movies, so these people are gonna come on and sit with me, and I'm gonna try to guess who they are and what they do. So, and it's like she's so stuck up, man. I fucking hate her. But anyway,
who do you hate more, Tig Notaro or Alex Jones?
Oh, probably Alex Jones. I mean, dude, he's crazy, dude. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, sure,
come on, dude. I can't say.
I see you got your fucking fingers crossed. I see it. It's okay. Right.
For sure.
You're on fucking you're mic'd up, so I get it. I got you.
For sure. But oh yeah. Anyway. But no, this is depressing. We did like an hour yesterday and like a lot of it was all I mean, not all of it is lost. There's a lot of it that's like still around, but it's too crazy. But anyway, Ian, what do you got? How do you know Rico? Do you know Rico at all, Ian, or no?
Yeah, through you. Mainly through you. Dude, this guy, he'll send me nothing but clips of your podcast and tell me watch this part, watch that part, and It's just pretty much you talking shit about him or talking about the podcast.
bro.
That's
This is
how I
funny.
found out about your podcast. It was just through Kadar.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit. I troll you guys a lot, but I actually really like, I don't listen to it that much, but like I've listened to like
Thanks,
maybe
dude.
half your guys' stuff, maybe
Yeah.
less, but I just, I think Kadar actually hustles, and you have a good you're a pretty cool guy, man. Like considering
dude.
like, I've like seen you around or really talked to you. I don't play Tekken, so it's just whatever. But from the you come off as a more acceptable human being than Kadar on the podcast. Like Kadar always like has some stupid shit to say, but you're like just like a you're like a humble, you're a cool guy.
Yeah, dude. I said it before. Like,
I feel like. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like when I was like friends with Kadar, dude. So many people talk so much shit about this guy. And it's just so hard to defend him because everything's true. The things they're saying about you, they're not exaggerating
What do
shit.
you
They're just saying that
mean?
you're an asshole. You talk all this shit. You're a loudmouth. And I'm like, yeah, but
Oh,
you
come
know,
on.
like
Either
like,
way,
I could
man.
never fucking defend you. But
You're right
I
or
took my
die.
chances with the podcast with them, and it's pretty cool. We have a different take on things, and yeah, like he does a lot of the fucking work in the background, dude. Like I don't do a lot of the bullshit that he does, and a lot of people didn't know that at first. People would give me too much credit about the podcast, but a lot of it is him too.
No,
Yeah,
but it wouldn't work. We need a pro. You need a good player's perspective because yeah, Cody was saying on his thing like if I wasn't on it, then like who the fuck's gonna listen when I have no perspective really. I mean, from a higher level of player, I guess from that. You know what I mean?
I just think that like you kind of hustle it, and I respect that shit. Like you put a lot of work into it. Like I wish you put that much work into like being good at games because then maybe you'd like
Yeah.
get somewhere. But like I respect the like the I don't know if it's like I don't know. You got a good mentality when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like the effort that's put into your podcast. You do a pretty good job.
This is garbage. This is not about me. Anyway, Rico, we always start this podcast with a
I'm
gimmick.
just buttering you up so that when I fucking like cut the legs off from underneath you later on, you're just like more willing to accept. You know what I mean? Come on.
We always start this podcast with gaming origin story. So, how'd you get into gaming? I want to know.
How'd I get into gaming? I don't know. As long as I can remember, I had like just consoles, NES, Sega Genesis. And I had those pretty much, and we played a lot of games. Even though one time my dad got mad at us and like sold all our shit at a fucking
Why?
We like left, and he just like had a garage sale and sold all our shit at like pennies on the dollar. Like, yeah, we had a lot of good games too, and like I don't know, he was just being a fucking asshole. I think we were like one day he wanted us to go help him, and he was looking for us, and we were playing like fucking Turtles 3 on NES or some shit. He just sent us to fucking hell and like sold it all. We were like, oh my god, it was fucked up, dude. But rebuilt the collection over time, and my brother bought he like got his first job and bought a Sega Genesis. I was like a young kid. I was like maybe 6.
What's the age gap? What's the age gap between you and Riley?
Oh no! My older brother Ryan, he's like 10 years older than me.
Okay,
so I was 6 and he was like 16, and he got a job at like I think it was Wendy's or some dumb fast food shit, and he bought a fucking Sega Genesis and Jurassic Park and Street Fighter 2, and that was the shit, man. We played that fucking all day and all night. It was wild. And mostly liked fighting games growing up. Always bought all the fight. Like, anytime I saw a fighting game, I'd buy it, and I didn't really take it too seriously. Other than it was like my preference in games. I wasn't too into like RPGs. I mostly played Street Fighter 2, and even when like PlayStation, like we got a PlayStation like 97, no 90, maybe 96 Christmas of 96.
That's pretty early.
And we got like FF7, and then like I had like Tekken fucking 3 was I actually played Tekken a lot growing up, but now I'm just like it's It's a bit, but I talk shit about Tekken all the time. I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone that
You won your
listens to
first
this-
major. Yeah, you won your first major too, right? We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
no, I mean a lot of that shit is just like me trying to make fun of fucking like Tekken because I feel like everyone takes it so seriously. And then when Leroy came out, everyone just fucking all of a sudden they like there's turncoats. They fucking threw that game off the cliff like fucking
That's true.
That was
like
me, dude.
Hayachi threw Kazuya off the fucking cliff. You know what I mean? I was like,
wow,
Jesus
nice
Christ,
reference.
guys.
No, second podcast, nice reference, dude. That's
Yeah,
like
dude,
a deep cut.
I played these
Deep
games
cut.
my entire fucking life, dude. I know the lore, dude. I bought the anime like on VHS. Remember that? Have you guys ever seen like the motion picture Tekken like
Anime.
anime movie? I bought that shit. I bought that shit on VHS when I was like fucking God, I don't even know how fucking old I was, but and I was like, this is probably the greatest thing that's ever like because Street Fighter 2V was pretty good, but that Tekken
Yeah.
movie was you know, it was short and sweet and it was really cool. I thought it was rad. But yeah, I probably the game I played maybe the most of my like earlier fighting game, like when I was younger, I was probably Marvel 2. I put a lot of time in that game and I never really got good at it because I didn't. It was before YouTube, so you know there wasn't a whole lot of and then I wasn't on like any forums or anything. I was just playing games. But I put fucking thousands of hours in Marvel 2 probably, and I had literally nothing to show for it, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I remember you
Um,
were talking about how like you didn't do the supers, like you're.
Yeah, that was Marvel
Like,
1. That was Marvel 1.
All right,
Yeah,
for sure.
Marvel 2 wasn't even out yet. That was like
Street Fighter versus whatever. That one is that's the wait.
no,
is
it
Street
was
Fighter
I
versus
had
X-Men, right?
Marvel 1 on PlayStation. Was what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to my friend who had like older cousins and brothers. They were like all like he was a Filipino guy. He was a cool guy. His name was Paul. I fucking caught up with him once, so long after we were friends in middle school, like at a fucking Turner's, like outdoors or some shit. And he was so cool still, dude. I was like, dude, he was buying some fishing stuff, and he's like, I haven't seen you in so long. I was like, yeah, man. He's all like, he was just. Man, I fucking love that guy. I wish he was still around. He's fucking cooler than most of the people that I fucking hang out with now, so it's kind of a shame. But he was making fun of me because I was telling him like my strategies, and then I told him I was like, you know, you just hit those two triggers on the side to like activate. He's like, wait, you don't activate the supers manually? I was like, no. He's like, you're a bitch, dude. I was like, oh my. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, am I a bitch? Like, I'm a bitch. Dude. I gotta step up my game, dude. I gotta fucking pick them. You know, like manually. I
Yeah.
can't just hit the fucking easy mode shit. Jesus, I
Yeah.
felt like like really like made me get mind fucked a little bit. So, yeah.
Speaking of old games, Will was saying that he like fucked you up on New Year's in Neo Turf, and that like you rage quit or some shit.
He did kind of body me. He did. I'm
That's
not
pretty
gonna lie.
good. I lost $40 to him like recently in Neo Turf. Like it was $20 each match. I said double or nothing and lost both games. It was a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't my best. It was my best performance.
He's been practicing like him and Toki and shit. Like he's a fucking loser, man.
The funny thing is like the original like money match with anyone in SD with that game was me and Toki, and I bodied him in Arizona at a fucking major or some shit. They had it like on a. It was so fucked. It was a weird ass.
I thought you.
Long
meant the
story
stage
short,
first,
I was the king of fucking Neoturf for a while, but it's okay. I've fallen off. I don't hold any more clout in that game. That's for sure.
So what'd you guys do on New Year's? Do anything?
Oh my god, we had a fucking rager, dude. It was a COVID rate. It was like 15 people. I wish more people were gonna come, but they were kind of like there was like a little COVID scare around them, so they were being responsible. And you know, no one got sick. It was cool, even though it was hectic. It was a lot of fun, man. I think I've only done something like that like 4 times in the last 2 years or some shit. So it was a pleasure. It really was.
Yeah, for me, every year we spend it in Mexico. We go to TJ from my grandma's house, and then we spend it on my uncle's ranch for New Year's in Tecate, and we just have food and go hunting for rabbits if it's not too cold. But oh, this time around was fucking windy and cold as fuck. You couldn't do anything outside. But
Jesus.
I just spend it with family most of the like during winter break.
Do you drive down there or do you fly?
Yeah, no, we drive out there. It's only like a 2-hour drive at most.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, hour and a half or something.
Yo, Rico, where'd you grow up? It's North County, San Diego, always, right?
I was born in Escondido, and I lived in Texas a couple times for a couple stints. Out in the fucking off the grid on a ranch, a family ranch out there a couple times. I spent like I don't know, maybe 3 years, different times, just living out there. Fucking going to school in Mexico and shit. It was right on the border.
Yeah, I remember your Mexico stories where like people try to like I don't know. You talked about that shit. It's funny as fuck. But
Yeah, those little kids were fun. Those poor kids, man. I feel bad for them. But I mean, they had a. I mean, the school was an old church with dirt floors, one classroom, one teacher, fucking for all the kids. I mean, after that, like 3 years after that whole experience, like she got bit by a spider and died. You know what I mean? Like,
What, dude?
yeah. I mean, the whole thing is like people love to like shit on America for like being a shitty country, and it's like, man, you guys.
Nah.
I hate to say it, but you have no idea of how fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Kadar, dude. You're like a fucking. Like, you're Somali, right? Like you were talking to me a little bit about it. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. So I'm interested. Are you like first or second generation or third or?
all right, so I'll tell you the lore. I don't think I've told in the podcast, but
This is interesting to me. I don't know why more people don't talk to you about this because
I've told people about it when they ask. But so my mom, she always tells me the story, and every time she exaggerates it. But she's shown me pictures like last time I went home and shit because she got some from. But basically, I was born. You know the movie Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
I was born during that conflict. I was the last helicopter to leave with like refugees.
Jesus Christ.
So I was born November 90. So
oh my
isn't
God.
that crazy? Yeah. So she says,
wait,
like, oh,
hold on. 1990? So how old are you?
31.
You look pretty young, dude.
Thank
You look
man.
young. Black don't crack, dude. Keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, she says it and every time, but yeah, she says mortars are falling all around the hospital. And it's like after all, yeah, she says it's like crazy, and I'm sure it's crazy. And like she has PTSD. Like my mom is like crazy. She'll wake up screaming. Like it's really bad. Dude. Yeah, about like oh yeah. And she had like before me, so there's me, my older brother, and my younger sister, and like my mom had like 3 other kids who died. It's like it's fucked up. Like before us. Yeah. But either way, yeah. So yeah, obviously I agree that like America's way better, obviously, than 90% of the places you could live, or maybe more than that. But it doesn't mean you can settle for that if it's available. You know what I mean? If you have the resources to do it, kind of thing. I think people always kind of dismiss and say, you know, well, you want to live in deserted island? And it's like, no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, you know, why are we, you know, why is half of someone who makes like, you know, 15K, half their paycheck goes to taxes, and then, you know, how taxes work.
Look, I understand that there's plenty of loopholes that like, you know, the billionaire elite class like managed to just like flip through and they don't, you know, I understand, but you know, like,
yeah,
you
the
know,
quality of life is better than dying like to a
well, no, I mean, like, you know, someone as yourself has a lot of opportunity here, and you work hard, and you fucking look at you, man. You're living in Hawaii. You fucking you've great. You have a fucking college. You have a higher education. Like, a lot of people talk shit about people being you know, stupid or whatnot, and then you're like, oh wow, you have no fucking, you have no higher education. You have a fucking high school diploma. Like, congratulations.
So this is what me and Gene talked about, or I mean, yeah, on the podcast at least, so that maybe the listeners can feel more involved. But if you like achieve any success, like you have to like, there's a lot of people you always have to owe it to. There's like a big degree of luck. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, it's always like, it's like 75% luck, if not more.
Yeah, so like, you know me, but I'm sure there's I can tell you like off the top of my head, there's a bunch of people who live in my hometown who haven't done shit and like who are Somali and didn't have maybe the same breaks as I did in like certain situations, even though like I maybe, you know, yeah, and like my mom being like, you know, last, you know, helicopter and shit like that or whatever. Like it's just all so much luck is involved for every like success story here. And like if you know Malcolm Gladwell, I'm not a lot of people shit on him. You ever heard of him?
I haven't.
Tell me about him.
He talks about how like in every success story there's like there's like a reason why that person's successful. Like every like he studied hockey players, and like the best hockey players are the people who are born in like January of their class because they're the oldest, right? And they're have more experience. You know what I mean? Like there's always like reasons, like Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, yeah, Bill Gates. Like the reason he's a Microsoft tech giant is because like he was the only like his school was the only program that had like computers donated to it, like the first computers and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Did you read Outliers?
Yeah, outliers. Yeah, I'm pretty much talking about outliers. Basically,
The story
like
of success.
yeah, there's like a lot of lucky breaks that happen that are out of people's control that like will contribute to their success. It's like a
It's
complete
true.
fact.
It's 100% true. None more than probably like having a 2-parent household. Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
have a
Yeah, for
cousin
sure.
who he's the same age as I am. Like we're off by like a couple months, and oh yeah, I was gonna say on the whole, like just being born into a 2-parent household. Like my cousin's the same age as I am. We're both 26. We're off by a couple of months, and he lost his dad like at the age of 3 or 4, and early on like he just fell into drugs. Like I don't know why the fuck, but it just happened. Like he didn't have that father figure in his house, and never obeyed, his mother, and as a kid, just always problematic. And then as he grew older, like he started doing more and more shit, just got out of control, and then like he just ended up in rehab, like something I cannot like I could never understand, But when I talked to him about it, like he just didn't give a fuck about like anything, not even family. Like I couldn't even convince him to at least like support his mom or at least do something for his family. Like he just hated everything and anyone. And like I just never understood. I never understood why. And like even my dad would tell me, like I just don't know if it's just because his mom can't control him or talk to him. But I
Well,
think it go a lot with that. Like he just didn't have that father figure, somebody like giving an example of what you should be when you're growing up.
Was
yeah,
his nickname El Diablo? No, I'm joking.
El
That's like
Diablo.
and
sorry, go ahead.
just a lot. A lot of times, like a mom. If you're a single mom, you have to work more, and then the kid gets left
Yeah.
more home alone, left to his own devices, and then you're not. You get raised by the fucking streets, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's go
Yeah.
fucking have fun with the other kids that no one's watching, and
That's
it
actually
just
what
it
happened
can
too. Is he
kind
got
of get out of control. It's the. I'm not like I don't have a crystal ball here. This is just the
yeah.
this
Well,
is just
that's
kind
kind
of
of what
what
happened.
happened.
Like the people that were around him were just his buddies that were also into the same shit, and he probably got it from them.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
a
like the influence
cycle.
that he had.
So
Yeah.
it's a really bad cycle to be in, and it's
Yeah.
I know that's the thing about responsibilities. Like
Yeah.
it's
And
we'll talk more about it. I'm
yeah,
sure.
like I grew up around like my dad, like he would take me to work like every weekend. If I had like time off, I was pretty much spending it with him. Like we did like all kinds of shit, all kinds of work. Like we did a lot of like gardening. That's like I hated that job, but at the same time, like as I got older, I kind of appreciated all the bullshit that I worked as a kid. But I hated gardening. I hate chopping trees and shit. Like we would have a ladder, like for the palm trees, right? When we were cutting off the dry leaves, and he would have me hold the ladder from the bottom so it wouldn't slide off, like slide out. And I was like 10, 11 years old, holding this fucking ladder with my arms shaking and shit. And he'd be climbing all the way to the top, and like there's like dirt and leaves just falling on my eyes and shit, dude. And like like my cousin didn't. He was probably just out, playing with other kids or doing other shit during that time. Right, like that's what I grew up doing. I don't know. I value like hard work. That's something my dad taught me early on, just to like people work hard, like they get paid accordingly, and like I
Yeah.
learned a lot of values from him. And I don't blame my cousin for not having that, but it just sucks. Like he just he had no control over that shit. His dad died, and like there's nothing he could have done. You know.
Yeah, I know. It's the life will fucking grab you and shake you, and it'll fucking beat the shit out of you, and it's not. It's rough, man. It's rough. A lot of people get the fucking legs cut out from underneath them, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, all we can do is try to help people around us.
Yeah.
Don't try and help a schizophrenic person fucking talk.
Yeah.
Like talking to themselves, like
Yeah.
waving around. Probably that's not the guy that you
Yeah.
could help. But
You-
if you know someone that might benefit, like I always thought it was cool that Jamal would bring around like some young
Who's
kid.
Jamal? Who's
You
Jamal?
don't know who fucking Jamal. All right. Well, let's just
tell the listeners who the fuck are you talking about, dude? You're just
okay. Jamal was a guy. I think he's the guy who made the TTF Rio fucking Facebook page. He was a handsome. I know he always thought I was like hitting on him. some shit. But yeah, like, he's a handsome guy. You know, like Javi too, or fucking Jed. I think Jed's pretty handsome. But
Yeah, I think Javi's super. I think I've heard. Never mind. Javi's gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But when I think
it's
of
just
handsome
beyond me
people,
that they're
dude,
not just. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they don't just clean shop like every day. I've seen. Have you? I don't know. Never mind. Let's What am I saying? So this guy would bring around a kid with him, and I was like, hey, I didn't know you had a kid. And he's like, oh, I don't have a kid. This is just like someone that I know's kid. And I'm like, it wasn't like a technical. What do you call it? Like a, there's like a little program where like you get
Big Brothers.
Big Brother. It wasn't like a technical Big Brother thing, but he would just like Big Brother a little kid to TTF, and we would just play games like till
That
fucking.
seems like you'd get kicked out of the program. I feel like I would.
No,
never
no. It wasn't a Big Brother thing. It was just he was just.
Oh, okay, unofficial.
And he was just it was just like a. I'm just. I was like, wow, like I always thought that was pretty like a real stand up thing to do for a guy.
I think for Cody's sake, like I wouldn't bring a kid just because of the shit that could happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know that big? I always talk about this. There's that big, tall white dude who drank Steel Reserves every time he'd come over and then get so drunk he'd have to get carried out. You know what I'm talking about, Rico?
A big, tall white guy?
Yeah, he'd drink he had like a goatee. He'd drink so many Steel Reserves he'd have to get like pushed out of TTF by like Marvin.
Oh fuck!
You don't remember this? No. yeah, Hudson.
Is it?
No. I don't think Hudson's ever had a sip of beer in his fucking entire life.
No, I know, but I was just thinking like tall white guy with the. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sorry,
I don't think Hudson can grow facial hair, but fucking. What was I gonna say? But either way, yeah, I wouldn't bring a kid just because I don't know, man. I feel like opening your house to people, man, it's just you. I feel like you accept so many risks, and that's why, yeah, Cody's a shit.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think you're right. I think that kid would have been better off Home Alone at fucking
No, I'm not saying
night on a Friday night, running around.
Wait, how old?
His friends.
How old is he? How old is he?
He was old enough to party, man. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. I don't know why you're trying to shit on this.
Okay, I'm thinking like a 7-year-old,
dude.
I'm thinking a 7-year-old or 6-year-old. Okay.
He was probably, god damn, maybe 11 or 12.
Okay, that's probably not bad. I mean, I'm just thinking of people smoke, the anime kitchen, the bad influences are there, the backyard. Like you have to keep them like near Richard, and that's where all the like safe shit.
You don't need. You need to keep him with the other small children at the fucking. No, I mean. Look, I know the plight that plagues the fucking FGC. You don't have to educate me on. But what I'm saying is,
no, I was not saying that. I don't think that would ever happen.
It was a cool. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're right. Like this. I mean, look, there's not a whole lot of inspiration to be found. But I don't know. I thought it was cool.
No, for sure.
Now you're making me fucking second guess it, but guys, I always thought that was
he's trying to help us, a young kid, and it sounds like we're like,
no, it's good.
Poisoning his mind at TTF. Dude.
Kadar's just like, I don't know,
playing devil's advocate, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking doing a bit or something. Hopefully,
could you imagine if it was like some weird like Prince Andrew shit, like and then Cody got involved, this guy brought young boys to a place called Tank Top Fridays. You know what I mean, like. I feel like it would be bad to be associated with someone who brought like.
I think maybe it was just to. Nah, I don't know. I want to say some funny things about it, but no, it's okay, dude. Let's keep going. Let's go.
All right, this is a bit. I'm gonna. But fuck, dude. I'm sorry.
It's Cody's house, so he takes a fall, dude. So.
Yeah, I don't know why you're fucking talking shit. Okay, what were we talking about?
Not how to figure or something.
Yeah, hold on. We're working on a ranch. Can you talk about working on a ranch? So Rico works on a ranch and he fucking like neuters cows and shit. Like what do you do on a ranch?
What?
I feel like that's what you do. He rounds up horses that are wild. From what I've heard,
no wild horses. It's not a fucking stop.
I watched Yellowstone.
No, well, you can't castrate a cow because a cow is a female adult fucking. You idiot. You know, but yeah, no, we'll you know, it's a cow and calf operation, and you know, or maybe getting more into actually raising them long enough to do like go straight to the butcher from our place, just because there's so much fuckery going on with the middlemen and the cattle. You know, like I heard some statistic. I don't know how fucking real it is, but like in like 1970 or something, like 60 cents of every dollar made in like the meat, you know, like meat sales went to the rancher, and now it's like 30. Now it's like
Damn.
30 cents.
Getting
So
squeezed out.
Yeah.
yeah, and then you know it's like, oh well, it's just because the pandemic and all this shit, and then you look at the like meat packing profits, and it's like record highs. You're like, no, these people are just ripping people off, and none of that extra money's going to the people that are actually raising the cattle responsibly. Like it's like, you know, people think that like, oh yeah, all cattle just like are born on these feedlots, and then they have lived these horrible lives and all this shit. It's like, no, dude. Like the cows that are the steers that live on the ranch, dude, like they have one bad day their entire life. Like, you know, like they actually got it pretty made. They just walk around and fucking live the life, dude. Live the dream until the day they don't. But it's not like some fucking nightmarish like. You know, like people will show you these fucking videos. Here, I'll give you $1 to watch this video of like some guy like pitchfork the side of a fucking cow for no
Yeah,
reason.
so
You're
you're
like,
kicking a pig and shit. Yeah, I've seen those.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't know. That's not what I do. So, but yeah, it's a ranch. It's a big ranch.
Do you have
And
horses, dude?
yeah, horses. We do all kind. I mean, I do a lot of mechanic stuff. I do a lot of farming stuff. I do a lot of yeah. There's a lot of domains that I'm required to be competent in, and I you know I do a good job. So it's a lot of work, man. I fucking work a lot, but when I get some free time, I come around, and that's why people don't see me as much. But uh, it's a good life, you know.
What would you charge for rancher a day fees? Like if someone wanted to come out
Oh,
there
like
and,
just
like help work, but they pay you even though they're working, except they're getting in the way. Obviously, they've never done it. You know what I mean? Like
Is that a thing?
no, but I'm saying what would
Denard's
you
just
charge?
fucking he's larping right now. No, there's I mean, no, it's too dangerous, really, honestly. The
Right, no, but
liabilities that would be
let's
fucking
say
out
they
of control.
sign. Let's say they sign their life away. If they, if they get trampled, it doesn't matter. Like it's all on them.
That's right.
If you had a form, okay, so let's say you had a form and they signed it willingly and they begged for the form. You know what I mean?
Well, people have to if they want to come on. If they
Right, right. But I'm saying, like, would you ever do that?
What? Not for you, man. So the next question. What are we doing? I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, no,
I want to
no,
work on a ranch. I want to fucking be there, man. I want to check. I want to fucking herd a cow.
yeah. Sometimes it's pretty lonesome, but a lot of times working alone, doing a lot of long days and nights or some shit. If I have to bale hay or something, I'll just be like sleeping in a truck by myself and like all night long just opening the door and reaching down and grabbing the windrows and seeing if there's enough moisture to start baling and shit. Like it's a lot of shit, man. But it's kind of interesting because if someone ever comes on, and like they're not educated in any of that stuff, like I might as well be a fucking magician or like a wizard or some shit. It's like, wow, what the fuck? Like this is some really fucking crazy shit. It's like, yeah, I know it's not the most useful knowledge, but if you work at a place like that, then it is, But
Yeah.
other than that, a lot of the mechanical stuff kind of passes over, like. I have to maintain a bunch of tractors and do all this shit. If anything breaks, like, dude, I've had these fucking nightmarish scenarios where, like, I'm on top of the mountain, like, an hour away from even the bunkhouse or something, and like a shear pin breaks, and like I don't have another one, and I have to like just go steal a bolt off of some random fucking other thing, like, because there's like I can't go back down. I have to just figure it out like right now, and it's like it makes it fun, it makes it kind of interesting. Like it's always a new day. It's a cool job, man. I hate to, it's a fucking it's a pretty badass job.
So this is what I was gonna say this yesterday when we were doing the fake podcast, but so on the first episode, me and Ian talked about how we wanted to do prank calls and shit like that. So I got your phone number from someone, right? And but I did obviously never used it, and I'm not gonna ever use it. But I was gonna prank call you or some shit and say like pretend to be a Mexican and like that dogs were like I was getting chased by dogs or some shit. Would you have ever believed that or no?
What would your like? Act it out right now. What are you talking about? This sounds stupid, but
Yeah, say some stereotypical
I'll
Mexican shit,
entertain.
dude.
I'll entertain this for a second.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked if this is. Yeah.
Pedos, pedos.
Gotta roll the R, dude.
He's
Talking
gonna,
about, wait, what?
you know, there's wild dogs that you guys were like trying to hunt and shit.
Are you talking about? Wait, but isn't a dog? Isn't that what's the word for Spanish dog? I know what it is. Hold on, let me guess.
I just said it, dude.
No, you didn't say it right. You said raw. You're like piedra. I'm like, what? Like, what did you say?
I did not say that, dude. Come
What?
on.
It's like you did say something like,
What
what is
more
it?
Spanish than you do?
I don't speak Spanish, man.
You went to school in
You
Mexico,
Kadar?
dude.
I know what it is though. That's the worst part about it.
Pero. Come on, man.
That's not it. What are you
Yeah,
saying?
Is
it's
it?
perro.
It's okay, yeah. It's
Oh,
pinche-
come on. Shut the
pinche
fuck up,
perro.
dude.
Yeah, it's not. What were you saying? What the fuck?
I said the exact way.
He just
you're
wasn't
supposed
rolling
to
the
say
R.
it.
That's all it is. Dude.
He said it.
Pero,
terribly.
pero.
You're a fucking gringo. Like, so why are you a gringo? Why don't you speak Spanish? That's the next topic.
Listo. Well, because I don't know. Maybe it was because when my dad was a kid. Like people that spoke Spanish, like got fucking trolled. Like speak English, dumbass. Like you know what I mean? Like he's like fuck. Like I don't. He never thought that it'd be a good idea to teach his kids, or maybe he didn't love us enough. He only loved us enough to like use his like ranch
Damn.
hands. He like never loved us enough to teach us fucking Spanish. No, I'm just kidding. That's a troll. But I mean, it could be true. I mean,
So everybody spoke English in your house?
huh?
Everybody spoke English in your house then? Like growing up?
Well, my mom's white, so she's got worse Spanish than anyone. But no, it's kind of weird. It's kind of fucked up because like my dad has a huge family, and like
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Texas at the ranch and shit. So it's like there'll be whole days where like, and then no one cares enough to like even pretend to speak. Like they'll just speak Spanish all day long, and I'll be with these people all day. And I won't even say a word. Like I'll just sit there and listen to them speak Spanish. No, it doesn't. To me, I'm patient. I'm a fucking patient person.
Yeah. I grew up speaking Spanish in the house, and I learned English in school. Like I only took English courses growing up, so it was a weird learning experience. But I did not take a Spanish class till like sophomore year of high school, so I couldn't read or write, that well until then.
No. Well, even Spanish class is not technically. I don't know what the dialect is here, but like in Texas they speak Tex-Mex, and it's like some weird like bastardized version of Spanish. It's not like it's not like Spain, like it's not like Spanish you'd speak in Spain. Like it would be like, wait, what are these people talking about? You know what I mean? Like they say all these weird, like they say things differently. They'll use English words. Like
it might be a lot of slang, but yeah, nobody in Mexico uses Spanish. They don't teach that in
exactly
Spanish.
Yeah,
a lot of words are just not used in Mexican Spanish.
Yeah. Yes.
Yo, fucking. So as far as Somali goes, I was a lot better at it when I left, but I talked to my parents on the phone. I'm getting way worse.
You got to keep that up, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like me, dude.
No,
Dude, I'm
you
learning
gotta
Russian.
Worst, dude. Being
all the way at home, dude. It's immersive.
Yeah. Being Mexican American and like not being able to speak Spanish is like the most brutal shit, dude. It's like
Here's the thing: you pass as white though, so you're lucky where you just look like a fucking white dude. To me, at least.
Yeah, but the fucked up thing about that is like I'll be sitting there like dealing with some cops or some shit, like they're treating me all cool, and then they're like, "Let me see your ID," and they're like, "Rico Alvarado." They're like, "Get the fuck, go to secondary, dude." I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Hey, I thought we were cool, dude." Like, goddamn. Okay, well, there we go. Here I am going through a fucking DUI checkpoint at 6:00 in the morning, going out to fucking Carlsbad. You know what I mean? It's like, who are you guys catching? Drunk drivers or fucking like guys doing landscaping? You fucking assholes! It's fucked up, dude. I actually used to protest that shit. I totally thought it was fucked up. They're like, you guys are dumb. Yeah, the fucking ICE checkpoints trying to catch fucking like
Oh,
moms driving their kids to like the fucking football game. Like Escondido is brutal, dude. They do all these alleged DUI checkpoints, even though like over 90% of all their confiscations were due to people who didn't have driver's license because they were like, illegals or whatever. And it was just like, I just thought it was totally wrong. I used to fucking go and protest on it. People were like, "You're a dumbass. We're trying to catch drunk drivers." It's like, yeah, what do you know? You know nothing. You're talking out of your ass. You think this is set up for a drunk driver at 6:00 p.m.? If it was for a drunk driver, they'd have him after the bars closed. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
it's just
Go to PB, dude.
it's just wrong, man. I thought it was totally fucking wrong. So I didn't like it, but I still think it's wrong. I think it's fucked up. You know. Let people do their thing, man. Like, I don't know, but yeah. Escondido's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't speak Spanish, and it's kind of fucking shitty because like
What's the most
people
hold on?
people
what's the
fucking
most
like
embarrassing
hate
moment?
on you, huh?
What's the most embarrassing moment you had where it's like, oh shit, this guy doesn't speak Spanish? Because I've had a lot of like not speaking some like having shitty Somali. Oh my god,
People try to like they like to talk shit, but I'm like, hey, dude, if you got a problem, take it up with my dad, and like that usually like gets because they always have a lot of respect for because my dad was like the firstborn, and they're like huge. He was the firstborn son in like a huge family, so like they always have this like they have a lot of respect for him. He's like Hispanic culture is like elderlies and stuff, and like stuff like that, and
so you basically say talk to my dad. Come on,
yeah,
you
so
can't
like
say that.
dude, these people will like try to like talk all this shit, like, oh, you don't speak Spanish, huh? Blah blah. I'm like, hey, if you got a problem, take it with my dad, and they always just like shut the fuck up because it's like, oh shit, like they're he's right, like what the fuck? Why didn't he teach? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna you gonna grill me? Fucking grill my
Oh,
dad.
I
Dude.
see. Yeah, no. I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like I'll get you fired or some shit. Never mind.
No. It's saying no. It's
Yeah,
saying
blame my parents. Yeah, I see.
yeah,
what
no,
you're
because
saying.
these are my like family members like trying to give me shit, like, and then they love my dad or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, you're a fucking piece of shit because you don't speak Spanish. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, fucking take it up with my dad, dude. Like, what the fuck
I'm
do you
sure
want me
that's
to
the thing.
do?
Like in every culture, like people think that you're acting like some hot shot because you don't know Spanish and you're Mexican or something. Like that's how it is in my family too. Not towards me, but I've seen it towards like when one of my cousins was dating this guy who just, I mean, you look at him like you think this dude only speaks Spanish. He didn't speak a fucking word of Spanish, dude. Like, and then he would just like, people would be talking to him, and then halfway through be like, he only knew how to say "no hablo español." That's it. I don't speak Spanish. But you look at him, it's like, what the fuck? How did you learn English, dude? And not a lick of word of Spanish, but people, yeah, like in my family, they talk a lot of shit, dude, about people who are Mexican and can't speak Spanish. But I'm sure it's like that for any any family or any culture, dude.
It's
Yeah, I
rough.
definitely catch some goddamn shade for it, but you know what? Fuck them. Who gives a shit?
I'll have like Somali like elders, like grandparents of like cousins and shit. Like, oh my god, they'll be like, the way you're talking Somali is horrifying. Like, because obviously, I mean, I'm sure before we even talk about this, I'm sure a lot of people listening to the podcast are like, I thought Khadijah was white or some shit. And hey man,
I don't think so, but
it helps on the phone interviews, in the COVID period.
yeah. So how do you say something in Somali? How do you say your name or something?
Okay, so my name in Somali is Qadar Omar.
Yeah, but how do you say hi? My name is Kadar Omar.
Margarita wa Qadar Omar.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ, it's terrible. You fucking suck at Somali, dude.
I know how to
I hate-
say my name.
I should have never fucking said.
I
shit.
hate to say, you fucking even stuttered on that shit. Like,
Yeah.
what the that was bad.
You're a piece of shit.
I don't know Somali, but it did not sound that clean, dude.
I knew how to say dog in Spanish, and you didn't. Do you know that?
Yeah. What did you say? You're like Piedra, fucking Piedra.
I can say my name in Russian, dude.
Perro, right? It's pinche perro, fucking.
Yeah,
a la
pinche
verga.
perro de mierda la verga. Yeah.
There you go. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Okay, what does this mean? Yo el mierda. What does that mean?
Yo el mierda. Is that what you said?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him what it means. What
Oh,
does
they're
that
asking
mean?
me. Okay.
No. What does that mean, Rico, Mr. Spanish speaker?
I don't know. I know what.
It means I'm the shit.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. It means I'm feces.
I am feces.
It's really like
It
broken
doesn't
Spanish.
translate. It doesn't translate.
No.
Mierda doesn't translate to this shit or whatever. Fuck, let's move
No,
on,
in
dude.
Spanish you don't say yo soy la mierda. It's kind of
Yo
like
soy la Okay, for sure. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst attempt at doing something cool I've ever seen.
For sure. But no, yesterday when we weren't recording, this is a lot funnier because you were talking more shit, but we haven't got to this shit talking, so
There's always time for one
There's
last
always
kiss,
time.
dude. Okay. What else do you want to know, dude? Ask me questions.
Oh yeah. So the first time I met you or knew about you, I don't think we even met. I didn't give a shit about you because he was like, "Oh, you were like panhandling for $1 at TTF." You're like, "Please join my It's on real CPS2 shit." And we're like, "Who is this?"
I think I joined that tournament. The dollar tournament?
Yeah, we all did because we felt bad
Yeah.
for this fucking loser. But no, I'm joking.
You had fun.
We were like, "Is this his daughter? Like who's this chick that's like helping him organize this?"
Oscar. Yeah. You know what's funny is that she gets a lot of shit too for like looking kind of white, and then they think that her name isn't really Oscar. It's like a gamer tag or some shit.
Wait,
What?
she's not white. Her name is Oscar.
Her name's Oscar Azumi, and then my last name Alvarado. Yeah,
What's
she's
the
Oh, so
funniest thing
what is she?
she's like a quarter Japanese or something like that. Her grandma is like straight off the boat.
What's the funniest thing
Wow.
that's happened, like in regards to her telling people her name?
So this guy at Evo, it was for like one of Ryan Diato's friends. He like introduced him to Oscar, and she's like, "Oh, hey, my name's Oscar," and he's like, "Oh, is that your gamer tag or something?" She's like, "No, that's my name," and he's like, "Sure, it is." Like, "Yeah, me too," or something. And she's like, "What?" And like, she told me, she's like, "Dude, this guy was like a total asshole to me." I was like, "Who was it?" She's like, "That guy over there," and I was just like, "Okay, watch this shit." I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?" And he's all like, "You know how like yeah." Hold on. He's like, "My name's Mark or something," and I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What are you, like Mexican or something?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm Filipino. Why do you ask?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "No, you're not." I was like, "You're Mexican," and he's like, "What?" And then I just looked at him like, "Go ahead. Go ahead, do something stupid. I'll fucking hit a jackpot with your fucking head off this fucking."
All right,
You know what I mean?
Those are fighting words.
Straight up, dude. And he just sat there and like just was like turned away. And then I walked over to Oscar. I was like, "There you go, dude. That guy's a fucking bitch. Don't worry about it."
I wouldn't know if he told me that. I would not know if you're trying to fight me or not.
No, it was just like, "Hey, man, you're Mexican. I don't give a fuck." Yeah, Oscar's name isn't Oscar. Go to hell, dude. I don't give a fuck. That guy was a little bitch. I would have fucking planted him like a tree on the floor of the fucking. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been bad, dude. He'd been like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that guy's a little bitch. That was the most weird thing that ever happened with Oscar, as far as I was concerned, with the whole name thing. But yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I went weird with that, but that did happen, and I'm pretty sure that guy still doesn't know what the fuck is going on. But you know, you gotta
Mexican, dude.
you gotta protect your you know, you gotta protect your peoples. If someone gives them shit, you don't let it slide, dude. Especially if it's some little fucking bitch like that, dude, you better say something. Dude, that guy's gonna do shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of times I want. Oh man, today. This is a true story too. So okay, in Hawaii, or where I live in Hawaii, there's a lot of Japanese tourists that you see here. Or I don't even know if they're Japanese, but like, very fair-skinned Asian people who walk like Japanese I've seen on TV. You know what I mean? And I'll see them going up and down the street of like where I live. It's a very touristy area. And I was waiting for a couple people to cross the street, and they look super Japanese. And I don't know how to say that in a way that doesn't sound weird, but like it doesn't even matter. Like they could have been from anywhere, but they're tourists, right?
Oh.
And Japanese people love Hawaii, right?
That's the like number one vacationing spot for Japanese people is Hawaii.
Yeah, we have signage in
Just based off like statistics, like that's a good guess. It's a good guess.
Yeah, so we have signage in my area where it's in Japanese, and I can tell that it's in Japanese because I've seen manga and shit like that. So like it'll be like written in one way in English and then the second way in Japanese, right? Like it's just weird. And it's not weird, but I'm saying like it's weird in the sense that you wouldn't think that that's like it would have to be on a sign. Like that's how many tourists come through this area, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, they're crossing the street, and I am super careful to like let them feel like they have a lot of time. So I didn't go out into the middle of the street while they were crossing. Like so, basically, I was about to cross to the like onto my left, right into traffic, and these Japanese people were like crossing on my left, and this FedEx truck fucking honked at me from behind, right? And I was gonna go, but I just waited for the next red light to go, even though I could have went. So is that road rage? What I did today? I don't know, but
Is that today?
Like, yeah, it was today. Like on the way home.
Wow.
I was like, fuck this guy. Yeah, but
Wow, that's crazy.
You seem like a road rager.
I'm not a road rager, but I'm very petty. If like someone does some shit, like I'm not gonna brake check them because that's dangerous. But I'm gonna.
I did that once. I did that once. It was fucked up.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's how you get.
No, I know. I know. And it was to some biker guy too. But I was like,
no,
that's fucked, dude.
Yeah, as long as he's not a Hell's Angels guy or a mongrel, I'm okay. I'll fucking I'll beat that old guy half to fucking death with like one arm tied behind my back. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Did you hear what happened in New York City? This one thing happened where like this dude in a car with his family, like his wife and like a baby in like the baby seat, right? It was like an actual like toddler. And like he accidentally hit a biker. And then I don't even know if it was a hit and run, but the biker is fine. Like it was like a situation where he was driving unsafe, is what the biker said. And they followed him, and beat the fuck out of him, like in front of like his kid. It's like fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they like used their helmets to smash his window open, like when he went on an exit. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, in hindsight, it was actually a really bad idea. But and you know, I wouldn't do the same thing again given the circumstances. Maybe if I was by myself, but I actually had Oscar in the car with me. And the guy, what he did was, I was driving and it was like a 1-lane street, and he just his light was red and it was a left-hand turn, like a T kind of. I was going straight and he was at a red light, like at a T angle, like on my left-hand side. And then right before I got there, he just fucking peeled out and got right in front of me. And then I was like, oh, that's nice. And then like there was a little time to pass him, and I passed him, and right whenever we got to like the light, I just fucking, and then he pulled up next to me.
What does that mean?
I just slammed on my fucking brakes, and he changed lanes, and we got to the red light, and I think I rolled my window down, and he's all like, just seeing if your brakes work, huh? I was like, yeah, I'm fucking. So I said some stupid shit about something about him running the red light or something. I can't even remember.
Clever shit.
It's been a long time. Yeah, it was pretty good.
And
then he's all like, I was there for like 5 minutes and it never changed for me. Like I couldn't get the scale to like register my bike or something. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't have to fucking pull off right in front of me, idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's just some old guy. Deep down, I wanted it to be some like 1%er. Just so I can like fucking lure him to my house, like right by the backhoe, and just fucking get out of my car and like fucking take care of him and just dig a little grave and fucking Yellowstone that guy, dude. Sometimes. Yeah.
For sure. All right, let's get to this.
I'm just talking. I'm joking.
Fucking leave his Discord.
I don't know if you guys never watch my fucking podcast, but I make fun of Yellowstone all the time for like being all like people just killing people and somehow getting away with it. And like, it's just a stupid.
You could back then. You definitely could get. I mean, I know there's murderers wanted back then, but like that was the time, like before fingerprints. It was like 1920. The 1920s was fingerprints, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that's like before then you could get away with shit. I feel like if you got caught for murder, you're a moron. I feel like back then because like you just go.
Yeah, it was like an IQ test. It wasn't like, you know what I mean. Like it was just like how smart are you? Like.
Yeah, you got to leave the area and go far and just grow, like just gain weight somehow, or not gain weight, but just like change what you're doing.
Wear a different hat, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just doing a bit. That guy, I felt bad after I did that. I was like, that was dangerous. And then Osco like kind of was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, I'll never do that again when you're around. I might do it again.
Hopefully at all, dude.
Well, I don't know.
That's why motorcyclists die.
I mean,
that's how they die is from road rage.
No, trust me, it wasn't the most dangerous. I didn't put him in like a situation he couldn't get himself out of. It was just like, hey, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was not my. It was probably one of the dumbest things I ever did. But I'm just being truthful about it, I guess.
All right, it's all good, Mr. Jones.
I'm trying to warn people not to do something stupid like that because it really was dumb. That guy could have been like a full blown fucking he could have been in a real biker gang and it would have been a bad situation. But
because you live near that one place, Bakersfield. Like you live pretty close to there.
I live near Bakersfield.
Pretty much. I mean,
It's like 7 hours away. What the fuck are you talking about? Bakersfield?
like you live near like Sons of Anarchy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of.
No, I mean in the same state, but I'm pretty sure I could drive to Vegas before I could drive to Bakersfield.
For sure. No, I don't think that's true. No, because you go through Bakersfield on the way to Vegas.
You go by what, bro?
Don't you go through Bakersfield?
No,
right.
you what? You go through like no. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's continue this podcast. You're fucking. You're in Hawaii right now. You know, you might as well be in fucking Somalia. You don't know anything. You're like a woman. Fucking, you have no sense of direction. Like, it's okay. Let's go. What are we doing? What are we doing?
How did you discover the FGC, Rico? Like, do you remember the first time you were like, "Damn, what? There's competitive fighting games." Like, a few times.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the first San Diego tournament we went to was that St. Valentine's Day Massacre Box Arena tournament. Other than that, we were just playing Street Fighter 4 at Vincent's house. Third Strike every once in a while. But
did you grow up with Vince? Like same school?
Yeah. I've known him since 7th grade, the beginning of 7th grade. So
did he? When could he grow a beard first? Like,
dude, fuck, man. It was insane. Honestly, it was impressive. Like seriously, I don't know how old he was. Maybe like 14, and he already had like a legit like something working.
Jesus,
in.
dude.
Yeah, it was. And by the time he was 15, it was like a full blown fucking beard, dude.
God damn.
Yeah, it was wild. It was impressive for sure. Yeah, it took me like forever to be able to grow facial hair. It's fucking pathetic, dude. Yeah. It's pathetic.
But
I barely started growing a beard this past year, or this past year. Like ever since before that, it was just like a shitty mustache here and there. But I barely got like a full beard during the pandemic.
Yeah, I got real thin fucking facial hair, dude. It kind of sucks. I remember the first time I ever got trolled for it. It was like, it was me, T Swizzle, and Chris King at like some random fucking San Jose bar because we were up at NorCal Regionals and like I was trying to grow a mustache. I was trying to grow out a mustache and we were talking to these girls and I mentioned the fact that I was like, I'm trying to grow this mustache out. I don't think it's for you. She was like, oh, you have a mustache. You have. I was like, oh, well, fuck me. I'll go back to talking to those lesbians with Drew. I got a better chance with them. Yeah, exactly, dude. Tignataro, goddamn.
But it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was fun.
So you were just hanging out with Vince and shit like that. But like, when's the first time you were like, okay, I'm gonna go to a tournament and shit like that?
It was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Oh yeah, that's what you said.
At the Box Arena. It was probably 2010, and then we went to like Winter Game Fest 2010, and then we started going. We started like we started going to OFC, which was in North Count, like Oceanside area. It was at Camp Pendleton, actually. It was pretty cool, dude. That was a cool spot. You
guys went up to Camp Pendleton for tournaments or what?
Yeah, there was this guy. His name was Ed Brandley, and he was like really high up in the armed forces. Like he was like in the Marines. He was like I don't know, dude. It was like a corporal or something. It was pretty hardcore. He was up there, man.
That's not a rank. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It was something of whatever. He was kind of a big wig. He only had a couple bosses. Let's put it that way. And for whatever reason,
he had base housing.
Oh, dude, yeah. He
had a kid though, right? I mean, he had a kid, right?
No, fuck no, dude.
Wait, he was married. He's 1,000% married, right?
He was married and he might have had a kid, but fuck, I never saw him. I don't know. I think maybe
if you're
Yeah,
married,
go
you
ahead.
get base. Yeah, I was gonna say if you're married, you get base housing.
no. This guy would have had a house anyways. Like this motherfucker was in there, dude. He was I don't know what the fuck he was, but he was pretty up there. Will might remember because he was in the armed forces at that time. Wilbert.
Yeah.
Um,
So hey, if you have to guess, is Will? Do you think Will's Mexican?
Will.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I mean
Yeah. What do you think?
he's Latin. I don't know if he's Mexican. Why?
Well, if you have to guess, what do you think he is?
I don't play those fucking games, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right, is he Puerto Rican or Mexican?
I think he's. Oh man. Yeah.
Also Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I think he's probably Puerto Rican. Why?
Ah, god damn it. All right, for sure. Let's move on. All right.
What? You thought he was Mexican or something?
I don't believe that he's Puerto Rican, but I guess he is.
Oh, I thought you knew the answer, dude.
Take
Well,
my
he
word
tells
for
me
it.
he tells me that he is all the time, and I don't believe him. But I don't know why I don't believe him. It's not like it's, whatever.
Will's a good guy, man. He's a weirdo, and
Oh no, I talk to him every day, dude. He's the best.
yeah, he's a. I like Will. I like Will. But which was crazy because when we started going to that OFC thing, he was one of the first guys that we ever met there. He was like the first guy we ever met there, and then he got deployed. It was pretty wild. And then when he came back, me and Salty Santa went and picked him up from the fucking like off the plane, bro. Like there was like we were like because Drew's dad was also really high up at Camp Pendleton, and he's like, I know where his plane's gonna be, and like we drove like on the fucking airstrip, dude. It was like a scene out of like it was like a nighttime like Guile stage. There was like fucking wooden crates and like fucking. It was wild, dude. We just like hung out until he like got, I can't. This might be like a crazy memory that I have. It's like not real, but if I remember correctly, like we picked him straight up. He was like in his fucking like fatigue camos or some shit. We went straight to we were having OFC at the bank venue, and like we just showed up with fucking Will, and it was like a big reunion thing because we were all like, we're pretty close.
Dude, when I worked at Miramar, like, yeah, no, I always thought about Guile Street Fighter stage, like just all the fucking jets there, like one of the coolest places to work. Like,
yeah, that actually is more like, yeah, that's a better comparison.
That's where Top Gun is filmed. No, I mean it's the same shit. If they have an airstrip, it's the same shit. But no, I know what you're saying. I'm just laughing.
Top Gun was filmed up there. Yep. And that stupid house on fucking Oceanside that everyone's like, oh, it's the Top Gun house. Oh, you're like, okay, fucking mouth breather. I understand. Dude. What else are we talking about? What are we doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is what you're doing tournament wise, but anyway, fucking
same value. So this was a funny coincidence was that there was a stick raffle, and it was a 3v3 tournament. It was pretty sick. We got fucking bodied by Richard's team. It was pretty funny, but we won a fucking Mad Cat stick at the raffle, and so did Richard Pinoy, and then we played on PlayStation and he played on Xbox, but we won the Xbox stick, or not we. I say we, like me and Vincent and Chilang, who we were all there together. But and he came up to us. He's like, "Hey, what do you guys play on?" We're like, "PlayStation." He's like, "You want to switch sticks?" And we're like, "Okay." And then we kind of like talked for a minute, and we realized that we like lived pretty close to each other. And he gave us we gave each other our numbers, and we're like, "Hey, if you ever want to play," and then we hit him up a couple times to play, and he was like, "Oh, these guys are weird. Like, I don't know." No, because like we were so like, "Hey, do you want to play? Like, let's play." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't really know these people. Like, who knows?" Like, so he was a little hesitant, but then he invited us out to the OFC thing at Camp Pendleton, and we went, and it was fucking sick, man. Those first couple like weeklies that we did there at Ed's house, and like it was like branded OFC or whatnot. It was magic. It was magical times, dude. It was just like a perfect storm of like characters and like different people we met. We were like all instantly best friends. It was one of the coolest things. Like even to this day, like it's almost sad that like nothing like that could probably ever, like in my lifetime, happen to me again. I'm sure there's kids out there having similar experiences, but like for me, it was like it was probably the last time something like that'll ever happen. It was pretty cool. Just we all like had similar interests, and coming from like I had really tight friends growing up, and then like we kind of had like a, you sit there and you're like, what the fuck do we have in common anymore? Like you guys are all into like going to fucking raves and shit. Like what the fuck? Like this ain't my fucking. It's not my deal. So they're like, oh, I want to go clubbing. I'm fucking gay. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm still just trying to play fighting games and hang out and shoot the shit. But they were all too cool for school. It was kind of sad. I was kind of depressed.
So I always talk about this where it's I tell either I always try to say that this is why, but my whole life of fighting games, man, I did everything, went to college, went to high school, went to high school, went to college, partying in college and stuff like that, and then it wasn't until I moved out to San Diego and like got a job, like real job and shit. That's when I got into fighting games. You know what I mean? So it was always my adult life. It was never like my, you know what I mean, child life.
You did it backwards.
I wasn't like a lot of other people where I don't know. It's like they're more formative years. I was like kind of more matured. Not matured. Obviously, people are gonna listen. I was like, yeah, right, dude. But no, I was like more mature brained when I got into it, kind of thing. So it's like for me, it's like my initial experience is like I feel like I couldn't for sure create that again, but like we have to go back to offline, obviously, and shit like that. But
yeah, it's weird because like sorry to cut you off, but like
no, you're good.
Like like the first Evo we ever went to, we were like already 21, I think. So I didn't really have for us it was already like, hey, like we're growing up, like we're gonna go fucking have fun and do our own shit. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of fun, man. Those first like all that early era shit, and like everyone in the FGC was so much cooler back then. I hate to say it, dude. People are so bitch made now. It's fucking pathetic, but you could have a lot of fun at Evo back then, and like now it just seems so fucking lame. But it's all corporate and shit. Like Evos used to be super fun, and now it's like I almost want to like. I wish there was something like I know Combo Breaker sounds like it'd be kind of cool to go to. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe it might end up being like, hey, let's all just go to Combo Breaker instead of going to Evo. But
no, you don't want to do that. I mean.
So tell him about your Combo Breaker story, dude.
No, he already heard it. I mean, everyone's already heard it.
Combo Breaker suck? I don't know. I've never heard this. Is it shitty?
So like if you go to Evo, you like the best part is like Vegas, right?
That's true.
What are you like? What's your
opinion? You know what? I already see like your logic, but you're right.
Okay,
like,
if you go to Combo Breaker, you're gonna be on a freeway where there's a farm across the street and there's fucking the nerdiest assholes you ever met your entire life from all over the Midwest. Like that's the majority of the tournament, and like,
dude, you just totally like mind fucked my like idea. Like I feel so stupid for even fucking thinking about that now. Like you totally like changed my whole outlook on this.
But here's the thing: I like gambling and I like drinking, and one of the most fascinating things about you is you're not a drinker, even though you're a big boy.
Yeah. No, I love gambling. I love strippers. I love fucking just being a problem in Vegas. You're right. It's like it's like most of the fun.
That's 80%. Yeah,
that's good. Surprising. Yeah, you're around all that shit, but you don't drink or do anything.
I've been straight edge since I was like 15 years old.
Oh, dude. I think straight edges are the biggest bitches in the world because they so when I was in junior high, straight edge kids, I think how they compensated and like maybe projected their insecurities was like saying, oh, if you try to deal drugs to a straight edge kid or if you try to pressure a straight, like they're going to kick your ass and like knock all your teeth out. Like straight edge kids try to portray themselves as the toughest gang out there made of like the biggest pussies. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever get that in my neighbor in where I grew up? You know what I mean?
I had a friend that was straight edge and then
there's a gang mentality. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, once we like graduated high school, this dude's like doing anything that fucking land in front of him, dude. Like dropping acid, shrooms, everything, dude.
That was also my experience with like a lot of the people I knew that were straight edge, and I'm actually the only person that I still know that doesn't drink or fucking smoke or do anything like that. And it's like my personality, like I don't need any of that shit. Like I like how you said like, oh, the straight edge people I knew were insecure about what's it called. It's like, yeah, I don't need to fucking drink to talk to a girl or have a good time. So I mean, I don't know who's insecure or not, but
it's like, yeah, that's the 5th time you told me that shit, bro. Like,
what?
No. I'm saying like straight edge kids would tell you like, "Oh, I don't need to drink. I don't need to drink to have a good time." It's like, yeah, bro, you told me that 5 times today.
No, I mean like
You know what I mean?
I actually don't need to drink to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh shit! I thought you were making an impression of a loser. That's just you. All right, my bad.
no. Like I have I'm pretty outgoing. I'm I
I got a wife. Here it comes.
No, I'm just yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. No, it's I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I have a certain personality
Okay.
and I don't feel like from everyone in my family is like if they've ever touched that shit, it's just been fucking toxic as fuck. So to me
Yeah.
it's not worth the juice isn't worth the squeeze, you know what I mean? Like it's just I mean, what are we fucking doing? Plus like I've saved a lot of money not drinking or smoking
No, for sure.
cigarettes or pot and like it's been economically it's been surprisingly lucrative to fucking to just not drink alcohol. But
Yeah.
but
Ian
what the
doesn't
fuck
drink.
what the fuck
Ian
do I
has
know, dude?
Yeah, I think Ian has like a wheat. You have like some kind of allergy, right? Where you can't drink.
What?
You
Me?
told me. Yeah. So when we went to SCR, 2017, you're like, I can't drink beer because I have this. You said you had some kind of condition.
I must
which
have
was
been
like
lying to you. I barely knew you back then, dude.
No, you're an idiot. No,
I
1,000%.
don't have any allergy, dude.
No, it's not an allergy, but you said like you have this certain condition. You have to take medication for.
Oh, I was taking. Yeah, you're right. It's not a. No, what was I doing? I was taking medicine for tuberculosis because I was working with kids at the time, and I had like a 1 year medication.
TB breakout. There was a TB breakout.
No. Like I had to take a shot, see if I had it or not. And I think like if you test, I don't know. There's like they give you like an injection. If it swells up to a certain amount, like you might be at risk of being able to spread it or some shit. And they
The
gave me like a
TB test. That's like a common TB test.
and they gave me medication for a whole year, and they said you can't, do anything or no drinking, none of this shit for a whole year straight.
What?
And that was
Wait,
probably during
you
that time.
You had
Bullshit.
TB then, dude. What the
Oh,
fuck?
then I guess I had TB. Yeah,
Because
I did the
that's like
medication though.
that's weird. They gave you something. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
it's because in Mexico they don't, like they don't offer like any like free medication for that shit. They do here. Like if you need it, you can go and get tested for free and everything. The medication
Isn't it
is free.
contagious? It's contagious, right?
Yeah, I believe it can get spread through the air and shit. And
Let's not act like Mexico's got it made with like that pharmaceutical shit. You can go buy
No,
fucking.
I'm
you
saying
can
they don't
go
offer
get-
this for free.
Well,
They do
yeah,
here.
but yeah, they offered it for $5, and if you don't have insurance in America, it's gonna cost you like $75,000.
Dude,
So like,
do you know
I'm
what they
just
make
like,
out there, man? You know what like the average worker would make out there? Like it's if it's not free, they probably won't give a fuck about it, and they don't make it a big deal either. So
No, I'm making a joke about how like I'll go to Algodones sometimes. You know where that is?
no,
It's like a it's a it's like a border town in
Mhm.
Mexico. Algodones. It's fucking
Okay.
it's out there kind of by the border of Arizona and California.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a lot of dentists and like pharmacies and stuff. A lot of old people
Yeah.
go there to like get teeth worked on and shit. But you can go get stuff that in America would cost like an
Yeah.
arm and a leg for like it's insane how cheap it is. And it's like, wow,
Mhm.
like America really fucks you over on this shit. I mean, I'm sure with the TB thing, it's like they're incentivized to
Yeah.
make sure that people have that for free. But for the
Yeah.
most part, like Mexico doesn't have like big pharma like making sure they get their fucking their nut flush every single month with like
Yeah. And I believe it.
600% profit on every little fucking drug they
Yeah.
sell. It's like Jesus Christ, a Narcan shot for fucking
Yeah.
like how about like you got this EpiPen, they're like charging like thousands of dollars for it. It's like, dude, come on,
Mhm.
guys, this shit costs like fucking
Dude.
$10 to make. What's
I
going
Yeah.
on?
I fucked up so hard. I went to the dentist like a while ago, and I was not thinking straight. And I know there's like people tell you not to do this, but like I was like, yo, can I get something for like the pain? Because I got like a new tooth put in, root canal, and they gave me ibuprofen, and they like fucking that shit was marked up like 1,800%. It was like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these guys, I mean, fuck, man. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of industries in America that are like kind of good and make sense, and there's ones where you're like, wow, this is clearly a fucking monopoly, like cash grab, like just fuck everyone over system. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
that's nice.
When I worked at the mall in San Isidro, and I would meet people that would fly out just to go to the dentist in TJ because they would get some work done, and they would just rather spend the money like as a vacation and visit family in California than just go to a dentist and spend all thousands of dollars out there, whatever state they were from.
That's a whole industry, man. It's called what the fuck is it? It's called like medical vacation or some
medical
shit.
tourism.
Mhm.
Yeah, medical tourism. Like people will go to Egypt to get dentistry done because
Damn,
like
that'd be
it's
sick, dude.
exactly. If
Right?
you were gonna if you were gonna get your wisdom teeth pulled out and maybe like a cap done in America, you could fly to Egypt, spend like 2 weeks on vacation,
Yeah.
and get the same dentist, and it would cost the same as just getting it. You know what I mean? Like it pays
Yeah.
for the vacation.
So if you
It's
had like a solid job and you told them I'm going to Egypt to get some medical work done, like you can get it approved like that.
Yeah. No, well, you just say, hey, I'm going to take 2 weeks off of work because I'm going to go on vacation. It's going to cost the same to get the work done.
Yeah.
It would have cost the same to get it done here or to go there on vacation for 2 weeks, paid air flight, air travel, accommodations, food, fucking whatever you're into, tours at the fucking pyramids or
Yeah.
fucking whatever. But
Yeah,
you know what I
sounds
mean? It's
like-
like, wow, it's just pathetic how shittily fucking how much of a markup it is on shit like that in
Yeah.
America. It's just
Do you travel at all?
yeah, I've been around.
Yeah, like where's like the furthest or like the coolest place you've been to?
Been to Japan 6 times.
All right, let's
Damn.
hear the Japan Alpha 2 story. Like when you got there, like planning the trip. Can we hear all about that? Because we love Japanese stories. Me and Ian were supposed to go to Japan before the pandemic.
I'll go with you guys.
Would you?
I'm down, dude. Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, we just
I'll
want
hold
to
you
go.
to it, man.
Dude, I want to see a lot of the cool shit and obviously do the arcades and fucking drink some. I don't know. I want to do a bunch of shit.
I know where all the good arcades are at that are still open, dude.
Dude, half of them closed. But anyway, talk about your Japanese.
Tell me
trip
about it,
where you
man. Fucking the old stomping grounds are not even there anymore, dude. It's fucking bad. Kaiken was a badass arcade. They had all the fucking Panic Gal games on like the 4th floor and shit. It was fucking wild. Or it was like the 5th floor or something. It was a good time, dude. There was a pepper lunch there too. Oh my god, dude. Japan used to be sick until that whole thing went to shit.
How'd you start planning your trip and like tell us about your trip there and everything?
Which one? What are you talking about?
Like when you went there to play, I don't know. I see that picture of you playing like Alpha. Was it Alpha 2 or whatever? Like that cool picture where you're fist pumping. What's that? What is that picture about? I'll put it in
Bro, you have no idea. You don't.
I don't know anything. I don't. Come on.
That was a really like high level Abigail player. It was at Evo Japan, the 2018 one. And he beat the fuck out of me. And
Oh god.
yeah, but I did beat an Abigail to get out of pools in winners. It was funny, dude. That whole Evo was godlike, dude. Like no one went with us. Like everyone was like, we're all gonna go to Evo Japan. We made like a blood pact and shit. And then like they just instead of saving to go to Japan, like, and I was like, I would have been willing to like help people budget and like come out with the fucking plan, like plan out like their air, make sure they don't get ripped off on anything, like.
Yeah.
And instead, no one went except for an OG OFC guy, Daywalker, and then we met up with Gene Wong and who was the other guy? It was JMO. They roomed together down there. And then from San Diego, the only other person that went was Corey Bell and his girlfriend at the time. Yeah, man, it was a fucking disaster. Not a disaster. It was a lot of fun, but no one that said they were gonna go actually went. It was fucking amazing.
They probably regret it now because it's fucking Japan's gonna be closed for like the next few years. It's been closed for 2 years already.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Wasn't that like during the winter too? Wouldn't it be?
It was the biggest snowstorm in Tokyo in 100 years.
Okay, and it happened on Evo Japan.
And my jacket fucking broke on me. The zipper broke, and then I couldn't find a fucking fat guy jacket enough to like fit me. Dude, I looked everywhere, dude. I could not find a jacket. I was like, what the fuck? It was like they all had like Asian sizes and shit. Like I get like a 2XL Asian, like it fit Oscar. I was like, all right, what are we doing? I was like, what is this shit? Like, I was like, okay, well, you fuck me, right? I like contemplated like just wearing one jacket on each arm and like tying it up. Like, it was so cold, dude. It was
Get
so
a blanket, dude.
I wasn't prepared for the weather, but it could have been worse, man. I could have been one of those homeless guys. Like 10,000 people stepped over on the way to the fucking train every single day, like, right outside of our Airbnb. I was like, Jesus Christ.
How do those like, how much do those trips cost? Like when you start, do you buy like plane tickets like really far ahead of
I
time or
think if you plan like a 10-day trip,
yeah,
if you want to like, you know, live like a life worth living, it probably costs like $3,000.
that's not so
If you
bad.
if you want to like, if you want to sleep with the guys outside of Electric Town on the fucking concrete under the bridge, I'm pretty sure you can get it down to like, 2,200 or something.
Have you seen those YouTube videos of like
Hmm.
the capsule hotels? I think those things look cool for like one night. Like just see what
I
it's
got
like
kicked
to
out
get
of
this
those.
work.
Yeah, I tried.
Wait,
Yeah, we
what?
did a
Wait,
pod.
what?
Yeah.
Wait,
you
tell
guys,
us. Tell
What the hell is
us.
he doing them?
you guys don't want to even hear this fucking story, dude.
Well, we have
It's
to
a
now.
fucking.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell it at the end. It'll be like a grand finale.
No, just fucking go now, dude. We're not gonna fucking just go. What the fuck
Okay,
happened?
fine. So me and my brother, it was 2007. We graduated from high school, and then we got summer jobs and saved up money for tickets, and then we saved up some other money and did some other shit, and we ended up having enough money to pay for this whole fucking trip somehow. I don't know how the fuck we did. It was
Which
crazy.
brother, Ryan or Riley?
It was Riley. I went to Japan with Ryan and Riley and my whole like kind of nuclear family minus my dad once when it was like 2001. It was like that was a whole nother fucking story. But this was a pretty cool trip, man. Like, I was having a lot of fun watching cuz like one of those Virtua Fighters just came out and I was all about just watching people play that game because like I never really fucked with Virtua Fighter and like it was like a new game and like it was really popular and I was watching really cool matches and I was like, man, this is fucking amazing. But as far as fighting games wise, like it wasn't a big fighting game trip. We were just, I mean, we spent time in arcades for sure, but it was, we were disc golfing and fucking traveling, doing a lot of sightseeing and shit. But it was the last day, and it was like the second to last day. We had this idea, right? It's like, oh, let's stay at a capsule hotel just to like have that experience, So we went to Shinjuku, and we were at Kabukicho, which is like a really it's like a red light district, dude. It's fucking it's wild and out there. And we were we were walking. We were trying to find this place. It's already late. I think we were at the zoo in Ueno like earlier. Like Gene made fun of me for telling him that. He's like, "You were at the zoo? What are you, gay?" I was like, "Whatever, dude." We were like, I was like, I was 18 years old. Like, I wanted to see a fucking red panda. All right, give me a fucking break. And then we went looking for this, and we were walking by, and like we started walking through Kabukicho, and dude, this place is like a cesspool for like prostitution and fucking all this crazy stuff, and there's like Nigerian guys like trying to sell you like anything that like fucking mushrooms or like fucking whatever. Like it's wild, bro. It's fucking wild,
dude. So I've heard the Yakuza use like Nigerian immigrants as fucking like they're crime people. Like get them to clubs where they get overturned.
It was a learning experience for sure. But we passed by this group of like just streetwalkers, and there was this really hot Japanese. I think she was Japanese. She didn't. I think she was. She might have. No, the Chinese girls work in the fucking massage parlors. But long story short, she was really trying to get us to like do something with her, and we were like, no, we're looking for this place. But she helped us find the capsule hotel. It was really funny. And then we get there, and it's already late, dude. It's fucking late as fuck. Like we got the last train there or something. Like. And it's cold. It was like in November or something. And dude, this is fucked up. We get inside there, and for whatever reason, they're like, "Hey, do you guys have any tattoos?" And Riley's like,
What?
yeah, I have a tattoo." And they're like, "Oh, you can't stay here." And we were like, "What?"
Oh, God,
I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I was like, "Why did you say that?" He's like, "I had no idea." I was like, "Fuck!" So it was just like this, like kind of blanket, like. Get out of jail for like free for not like hosting Yakuza people at their like establishments is like only gangsters in Japan have tattoos. So like they don't want to like be just guessing who they think is potentially Yakuza. They just ask you like, do you have tattoos or not? And if you say yeah, then like they won't let you stay there.
So you just say no and they check you or something? What?
So it's like 1 a.m. and they like throw us out of this place, and it's just freezing and we don't know what the fuck's going on, and we're walking around and we see these fucking Nigerian guys and they're like, "What? Hey, what are you guys looking for?" We're like, "We're looking for a place to stay." He's like,
do the accent. No, continue the accent.
"Stop. It's gonna be better than your fucking Somali accent, okay? So just fucking." No, I don't want to get in trouble. But he's like, "Hey guys, like, what are you looking for?" And we're like, "I'm not looking for anything, man. We're just like trying to find a place to like lay our heads down for the night." Jesus Christ. And he's like, "Hey, come to my fucking club, dude. Like, you guys can hang out. You can sleep there. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, just come on down." We're like, "All right, cool." We show up. And it's this
You're lying.
no, I swear to God, dude. It's this hostess bar. And essentially, it's like a racket. Like, yeah, it was insane. We sat there for like 2 hours, and my brother was like singing karaoke and fucking hanging out with all these chicks. I was legitimately like keeping like one eye closed. I was just sleeping on the couch, man. It was fucking late. And because we were all jet lagged, like, dude, 1 a.m. over there for us, it was like, I don't even know. It was I never got adjusted that trip. I was always all out of whack. But, the guy shows up and he's just like, "Hey, you guys have enough money to cover the bill, right?" And we're just like, "What bill?" And he's like, "Come into this back room." And he's like,
"Oh God."
He's like, "You guys owe us like fucking, I don't know what it was. It was like $700 or something." And we're like, "Get the fuck out of here." He's like, "Yeah, you bought that girl something drink. It was worth this much. The fucking karaoke cost this much, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Hey man, I don't got any money." And he's like, "How much money do you have?" And then all these fucking dudes just come out. I was like, "Okay, maybe $300." And they're like, "All right." So they shook us down for $300 and then they kicked us out.
Oh my God.
And we're walking around the Best Western, fucking all the hotels that are, because a lot of the little hotels are kind of jank. We go to a Love Hotel. They're like, "No fucking F words." We're like, "Hey dude, we're brothers." Like, we're just trying to fucking, it was just it was a disaster. And at the end, we ended up going to this hotel, Prince. It's called The Prince. And it was like, I know exactly where it is. I could walk straight to it to this day, dude. I actually stayed there on our honeymoon one night. It was fucking funny. And because me and Oscar went to Japan for our honeymoon. But we walk inside this place and we're trying to ask them if they have a room, right? And we're like, "Hey, do you guys have a room for the night?" And they're like, "No, sorry." And then, oh, I missed the part where we tried to sleep underneath the stairwell for an hour, and it was so cold that we couldn't tolerate it. We got up, and it was bad, dude. It was really bad. And then these people were walking down the stairs, and they saw us, and we're like, "This is fun." We were like holding each other for body warmth and shit.
Damn,
And people were just like, "Fucking kabuki-cho, dude." Like, some people just can't handle kabuki-cho. We were like, it was bad. But so in the Prince, and there's like a little spot where like, you can rent like a computer for like 100 yen for like a couple minutes or something. And then like there's a table up against the wall that had this tablecloth that went all the way down to the ground. And I'm spotting out this table, and I'm like, my brother's asking if they got a room, and I'm like, "Dude." And then he comes up and I'm like, "Check out that table, dude." And we just both look at it and just run underneath the table and lay down and just go to bed. And like the tablecloth goes all the way to the ground so no one could see us. Like, we were just hiding.
Dude.
Yeah, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was out of a fucking cartoon, dude. And then we wake up in the morning and like the whole place is packed jam with people, and we just crawl out from underneath this table. And everyone's like startled. They're like, "What's up? Fucking baka gaijin, fucking," like, they're just like, I'm like, "Oh my God, this is the most like embarrassing shit." And then we're like walking, dude. It was the walk of shame, dude. We were like walking back to the fucking train station, and like on the platform to get on our train is that like hot, like Japanese, and me and my brother were just like, "Dude, we fucked up so bad. We should have like just went with her in the first thing, but like take us wherever like we could." You know what I mean? Like, I don't care, dude. Take my soul, dude. Like, I don't even. Yeah, it would have been a better night, that's for sure, than spending $350 on some
On a couch,
hustle, some hustle from some fucking guys who look like fucking Kadar. No, I'm just kidding. That's why I like low key. Like, I have like PTSD for like. No, I'm just kidding. But it was. Yeah. I'm joking. No, it's funny though, dude.
I
It
don't
was.
go to Japan with you anymore, dude.
No, dude. I know where all the there are people who have worse Japan stories.
I
than
know where all
do.
the long tablecloths are at, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fucking,
I know where the Nigerians are at.
yeah. No, that place is notorious for just. It's the most debauchery in Tokyo, pretty much. Kabukicho, Google it, dude. Fucking Google it. It's
I'm
bad.
do it tonight, dude.
Is that
Sorry,
in
not bad.
Roppongi? I've heard Roppongi's where all the Nigerian people are.
Yeah, Roppongi's pretty cool. It's almost like a fashion valley type area. On one side, it's like all nice shops, like real high end shit, and then like on the other side of the train tracks, it's just like homeless people and like
Under the
just-
overpass.
dude, it's the worst. It's crazy the like dichotomy like in Japan. You know, you see these. You're on this train, you're walking to some random place. You see this girl, she's all dressed super nice. She has this like old Louis Vuitton bag. She's like just clutching it like her life depends on it. And she's all dressed. You're like, wow, this person's got her shit together. And she walks off the train. You're kind of like going the same direction. And you see her go into this like just high rise apartment building that's like every room is like 500 square feet. And like there's just cockroaches like fucking each other and like playing cards and smoking cigarettes on the bottom floor. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, like,
Damn.
yeah, it's pretty wild, man. The despair you see in the people's eyes there, it's like I would never fucking live there. You couldn't pay me enough money to fucking live
That's
there.
how I feel about Hawaii is that people. I'll tell people like, oh yeah, I want to move back to San Diego, and they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You live in paradise. It's like you're a moron. Pimpbot is the one who said that shit to me, and I was like,
Yeah,
you're
dude, fucking paradise of Casa de Cristal and fucking. I mean, like, isn't it just like meth out there and like just fucked up shit, dude? Like, I mean, maybe I'm just talking out my ass.
No,
but
they're just pricing everyone out like so at my
Dog
job.
the Bounty Hunter, dude. I've watched a couple episodes of Dog. Dude.
He's tight. I met him like
Really?
the first day I met. No, I didn't meet him, but dude, like living here, it's nice and like they pay you accordingly because they know how expensive it is to live on a tourist destination.
Yeah.
We get like 20%. So like my same job in San Diego, I'm getting paid more plus 20% on top of that, right? And it's nice, but it's like fucking like a gallon of milk, like a half gallon of milk is like $5, a half gallon. And like a loaf of bread is like $6. It's like so stupid. So it's like it makes sense like why they're paying us that much. So now I just don't eat bread or fucking milk or drink milk.
It's just the cost of living is just so high, like all around, like inflation was.
Yeah,
How much is gas out there?
Oh, gas is fine. Gas is fine. It's like $4.12 a gallon. It's actually
That is
fine.
not fine, but
No, that's not fine, but it's not bad.
Wait.
Yeah.
What is it in San Diego? I have no clue.
I mean, it's the same shit, but it's just it's not
I don't
fine.
know.
You know?
In North County, it's like $3.90 or something.
Yeah, out here is like I pay like around 412, 420.
No, you're right. I used to drive onto Miramar's base and like get gas there.
Dude, the
and
gas
it
on
was really
Miramar
cheap.
is fucking cheap as fuck. Dude.
Yeah.
The gas on
Really?
Belton. Yeah, we used to go with Drew and like fill up all our car. I did it one time.
Yeah.
And no one else had a car back then. These people are fucking. I mean,
It's so good. And like what was it called? In like where I lived in San Diego, I paid like $800 a month for one bedroom, bathroom, living room. Like you went to the Kadojo, Ian.
Yeah,
$800
I
a
went
month is
there.
actually pretty decent for that little spot.
Yeah, a lot of people
But,
would kill to find a place like that, dude.
Yeah, and I had a full kitchen in the garage and a full laundry room, like to myself. No coin shit. So
that's cool.
So I fucked up like moving from San Diego. Like I shouldn't have.
Have you lost that spot, dude? You probably did.
Oh yeah. They were
gone,
sick
dude.
of me. They were sick of me. They wanted me to leave, but like I was part of their family. It's like a Vietnamese old couple. They were both like 80 years old, and
They're
were
probably
sick of me
mad
going
at
with it.
like you're just the sorry state of your fucking Somali too. They're like, dude, you need to shape that shit out, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Did they ever complain about you like throwing the fucking hit boxes on the walls and shit?
No. So yes. So sometimes like I was too loud, like playing World of Warcraft, like raiding and shit. Like me just raiding. over
Did you
stupid
play?
shit.
Did you play? Oh man, did you play
Yeah, we
fucking
were talking about WoW.
classic, dude?
You're so stupid. You don't know what classic's the reason that everyone in San Diego hates me.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I just stopped going to TTF. Like it's fucked up, dude.
Classic was the best, man.
It was
Classic.
good.
That when that game came out, did you play it like when it first came out?
You have no clue. I'm the most hardcore WoW player you ever met, vanilla WoW. So that's why I said
wow.
that me and you are kindred spirits. Like I played CS, like CS Source, fucking
CS
Warcraft
Source. The
3,
fuck, dude? I only
CS
play
1.6.
1.6.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
I
Source
played.
came out. I like cut my dick off and like I was like, I'm done with this shit, dude. What are we doing?
But I played like Warcraft 3 and then like WoW. Like, but yeah, no, I took classic WoW so seriously. I took 2 weeks off work for it, like the launch.
That's cool, dude. I respect that shit, man. You got to get
And
ahead of the game.
yeah, I told all my coworkers like, "Oh, it's my brother's wedding, right?" And like they're like, "Oh, that's badass." And like just so that like it doesn't matter. You don't even have to give a reason, but like people just ask.
Yeah,
just
you're like, oh, I'm going to Somalia for my cousin's wedding or something. Like, oh,
Dude,
okay,
you
yeah.
must have like a fucking like lasagna of fucking lies, dude. Like when you come back from your brother's wedding, what do they ask you then, dude? Like how did the wedding go? What do you say then, dude?
I just say it was great. Had a good time. The food's amazing. That's like you just can say so many
Generic shit and
generic
just walk away, dude.
Like, you take an
Yeah.
extra week off. You're like, I got captured by Somali pirates. I had to like
Yeah.
swim my way to like
No,
fucking.
no, it was in Minnesota. It was in Minnesota,
Come on,
but
you gotta keep the bit going, dude. That was pretty funny.
no,
All
dude,
right,
but
well, kill my fucking bit, dude. It's okay. Keep going. Go ahead.
yeah,
fucking
no, I like
bit
bought like
killer.
3 accounts and like got like title charm. You know what title? You're
Yeah,
like
title
WoW
charm,
noob.
dude. Come on, dude.
Okay.
I tried to get that shit too, man. It's okay.
Okay, so I was like server first title charm, like fucking like one of the first 60s, and like I
Prince
like dude,
Nasjack, bro. Come on. I'm a
oh
fucking.
damn, you
Come
just
on.
wow headed it. Come on, bro.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
You
No,
guys are
I've heard,
fucking
I've,
nerds, dude.
no, I've heard you talk about WoW, but no, Ian plays RuneScape. But dude, have you played
Hell
Final Fantasy
yeah.
14?
Doesn't
my
hold
main
on. I'm not. Damn. Why you gotta fucking? I'm not using
sorry, go ahead.
Wowhead. You act like you just totally, dude. Fuck you.
I think
What
you're
do
like a WoW noob. So like when you talked about WoW on your podcast, you're like, oh, I was on the coast of the Westfall collecting Murloc eyes, and I was like, this guy's a noob.
No, you don't understand. I was leveling my whole classic experience. Shut the fuck. You want to hear some badass shit, dude? So I was sorry. I was playing classic with a woman, so I couldn't just level. Like she was going to school and had a job, so I wasn't leveling past her. I would just run these like auction house scams and shit. Like I had this little run where I would go get I'd go around Westfall, I'd get all the oily black vows, I'd fish the
Green
whole
dust.
shore, I'd get the fucking the magic dust, I'd get feathers, and I'd sell. Dude, I probably made about 1,000 gold. I made 1,000 gold and I was only level like 28 or something.
That's why WoW's the best. You can.
It was
just do
amazing,
whatever the
dude.
fuck
It
you
was
want.
it was a lot of fun too. And then I had a bunch of twinks. Like because I had so much gold on that character, I ended up like completely twinking out this warrior, dude. I had like Crusader enchantment on a fight. It was bad, dude. It wasn't a rogue. It was a rogue. I'm tripping. I played warriors with my main. I had a rogue one. I had like greater agility on my fucking offhand and like fucking Crusader on my main. It was a fucking amazing, dude. I had every enchant. I probably spent 500 gold on this one twink. I like how that word's probably not in style anymore, but you know, it was a lot of fun, and it was only level 9, dude. I didn't even have it was level 19. Sorry, not level 9. Level 19. I didn't even get to level 29. Rogue twinks are actually pretty fun, or even 39. 39 is really fun, but yeah. Long story short, I didn't get to live out my full dream on Classic, but I did have a fun time, and I got to share some memorable experiences with I'd always talk about that shit with Oscar, and she's like, wow, you're totally lame. And then once we started playing, she's like, yeah, this shit's actually pretty badass. I was like,
Really
see,
good.
I'm telling you, dude, this shit was fun.
It's really good, dude. I love this. So fucking. Oh my god, you know Gollin,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the fucking
Scarab Lord?
he's the Scarab Lord, dude.
Yeah. So the reason me and Gollin aren't talking anymore, we'll get into that story. But fucking basically the reason I love WoW is because it's like a social MMO in the biggest sense, right? You'll meet someone
Especially
at level,
classic. Especially
yeah.
classic. That's when it
you
was
have to have help. You have elite quests, everything. You'll add someone to your friends list and all that shit. And Scarab Lord as a task, like you have to kill a bunch of elite mobs to get 42,000 bug scales, right? And each bug will drop maybe 2 to 4 scales, and most of the time it'll drop maybe 2 scales, right? And I was telling Gollin, like, dude, good on you on doing the IRL charisma. You know, like in D&D games, like you'll have a charisma stat where you can convince people to do what you want, right? I was like,
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about a WoW is you have to have that charisma stat like in voice chat. You know what I mean? Like you have to convince people, like, hey, I should be the scarab lord of the guild. It's a fact. I was telling him, like, dude, good job convincing your retarded guildies to like farm you that shit. And he got so pissed that I said that. He's like, never talk bad about the otters, and like banned me from his Twitch chat. And, like, it was bad. So anyway, he's banned from my. Anyway, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but that's
I
what
remember
wow.
That's a funny story though. I'm glad you told me that. You know, maybe that wasn't podcast worthy, but that was pretty funny.
No, it's a true story, dude. And like, and then Pimpbot jumped in like, you're such an asshole, like you're so despicable. And I was like, fuck you too. And I just blocked them both. So
Yeah, but you know, some people just I kind of get you. You know,
I was just complimenting
in a weird
him
way.
on like his charisma.
Yeah, like it was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, and I get jokes. Some people don't get jokes. Some people think that jokes are like a bad thing or something, but they're fucking stupid. So who cares? I mean, I don't think Gollin or Pimpbot, maybe stupid. Gollin's cool.
That Ryan Tang video you sent me, like he was on a setup by himself. Like it was like, welcome to Salt Mines, where this is like a thing, like everyone's had to set up together. And then
Yeah, you were asking me because we were recording a little bit yesterday that it all just went to shit real quick. But you were talking, yeah. I was like, I mentioned Ryan Tang for some reason, and you're like, who is that? And I was like, oh, I kind of told you about. Oh no, I think I was talking about how one day I'd like to do something almost like that, but have it be more like cabinets and then like some. But I really do think he had a good idea, like just having like a community based place. He was a little hot shotty when he first opened up because he was like a total nobody. It was kind of weird, but he was like, hey, I'm gonna be like the next big thing. And it took a long time for people to like be like, you know what, this guy's not a complete and utter dipshit. Like he's kind of
people
cool.
talking shit about him, kind of.
But yeah, I think there's even some people who still don't really like Ryan Tang. And I'm not gonna do my whole like, you know, Chinese spy bit again. That was too much. that'll be lost.
No, we don't want that. And we
that
also
was a pretty funny bit that I was doing. And like that was really funny. But
me and Ian talked today, and we're like, Ian said cut him off whenever he talks about the sex parlors and shit like that. So,
oh no. But we're gonna say, yeah. So Ryan Tang had this like salt mines thing at this like office building, and people went to that shit. The Marvel scene was kind of big for it. I didn't really play Marvel. I go there for like Street Fighter on the weekends, but I think on Mondays they did like a big Marvel meetup there. And like I was just randomly looking for some post on that and I saw someone posted like this level up video that was about the SG Marvel scene, and Ryan Tang was like front and center talking about how, and I was like, damn dude, like this is like pretty accurate actually to like, I mean, I know it was like a video made at the time, but like I couldn't have done a better job of describing it. So that video is out there somewhere, but that was actually a pretty cool venue that SD had for a while. And
it's in the description, so if you guys want to watch that,
yeah, eventually it got taken over. Well, he moved up north to go work at Tesla or something. So then like I think Shogun and what's that guy's Ken or Wolf or whatever. I don't know, whatever. That guy's cool. But I just don't remember his name. Either way, they like started doing another thing called San Diego Lounge. Did you guys ever go to that either?
No.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck, dude? This
I'll
wasn't even that long ago, dude. This wasn't. I mean, I guess it was like years and years ago, but it wasn't.
My first local was shit. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll exclude myself. But when Street Fighter 5 came out, not first local, but first one in San Diego, because I moved to San Diego in October 2015, and then a couple months later was my first time going to TTF.
That was 2015 when Street Fighter 5 came out?
No. So October 2015, I moved to San Diego, and then February 2016, Street Fighter 5 came out.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't go out to like 2017. That's when I started playing offline fighting games.
Yeah,
Jesus
I was there.
Yeah, that's why I don't know a lot about all the fucking SD lore and shit.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
in the news. We're in the
Yeah,
news.
you guys
man.
are fucking wet behind the ears still. I mean, I'm not even fucking like that. There's people been around way fucking longer than I have. But yeah, you missed a lot of funny shit, dude. You missed the like OFC versus SD rivalry thing. There was like a big 5v5 for
What
like.
happened? Tell us.
We won the
what's
first
whole lore?
one.
What's the
We
whole lore?
won the first one. Richard
Wait,
like,
how did the shit talk start? How did the shit talk start?
oh, we had this cool venue after we lost Ed's house at Pendleton. This guy named it's actually I bought my first cab off this guy too. His name is Jesus Christ. Why can't I remember his fucking name? Robert Feist. He was friends with Manny. You guys know Tempest? OFC Tempest or SD Tempest?
I do not.
Yeah,
Manny's
I
hair
do.
sucks guy. Fucking
Yeah.
Alexis, perfect.
And
in
I
it.
know Robert Feist. But wait, what were you saying about Robert Feist? What
Robert Feist like locked down this cool venue that he worked at in Carlsbad. It was like a bank, like no, it wasn't a bank. It was like an office building, right? And then like there was this big empty space that like no one used, and like they had access to this building, and it was right. It was like the building was weird, man. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It's pretty much just like by the airport out there in Carlsbad.
Yeah.
Across the street from this AM/PM, so like we had a place to go get drinks and snacks, and it was this huge venue, like it was fucking huge, like, and it was all nice, and there was desks and power outlets and power strips, and it was like all set up, and like he locked down that venue for like almost a year, I'd say, at least like 10 months, and it was just the golden age of like rivalries being born. Like people from SD would come down, and it was like we talk shit and Ilya would win the tournament. Cody would do good. Fucking Richard would win. You know, it was like kind of back and forth. Sean was getting better. Fucking, and then somehow we'd like started enough shit between us all that we were like, hey, let's do like a 5v5 like SD versus OFC like like a you know A plays A, B plays B type tournament. And we fucked him up, dude. We beat him the first time. Richard kind of carried our team. He was way better than us, but it was really fucking badass, man. It was badass.
I think any like rivalry type, like matchups or anything, those are like the most fun, dude. Like I never like really had that like playing at TTF, or I would go to WNF as well for locals, but like I never really had any like grudge matches or anything towards anyone. But I feel like if I did, I definitely would like actually want to play the game a lot more if that's someone to beat.
Yeah, it was definitely like, as far as me like training and playing, like I played the most at that point. And it was maybe 2011 or 2012? 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2013 maybe. I don't know. It was around that time. Probably 2012. I think cuz at the bank I started bringing my PC to play old games cuz I was already over fucking when AE 2012 came out, I was like, well, Street Fighter 4 is dead to me. Like I didn't even I was just playing the ST and Alpha 2 and stuff. But I was already starting at that point to play those old games because I was, man, Street Fighter 4 totally. Every patch just made me like it less and less, and like every character I played got nerfed more and more, even though they weren't good. I was like, okay, all right. It was a long, sad, shitty road. I still like the game, but I still play. I mean, at the New Year's thing, we played a lot, and it was a lot of fun. But fuck, the competition, the characters that kept coming out, I was like, man. And then they kept nerfing Guile over and over again. Oh,
is that your main?
Yeah. Oh, Ultra 2's slower now. Oh, it does less damage now. It's like it wasn't even that good. Why the fuck do you guys keep nerfing it? And then like, oh, now you gotta deal with Yun and fucking. And I'm like, dude. And then I'll play Geef. That's when I started playing Geef. And then it was just, it was a very shitty relationship. It was like a love-hate thing. I didn't really like it that much, but yeah, man, that bank venue, the 5v5s. Then we went to their turf and we did 2 more and we lost them both. It was fucked up. It was fucked. It was
actually we did an interview with this guy called Uncle Caps, and he's like a Tekken guy, and they're doing something similar to that. It's a 5v5. I think it's Michigan versus Atlanta, and they're having like an offline tournament this year. But it's supposed to be like, these guys, they talk shit to each other, so they just settled it with like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a big money match, but it's like a 5v5 from ATL Michigan. They're gonna fly the players out and shit. Like that sounds pretty cool. Like any team tournament has always been like fun to watch and fun to be a part of.
definitely fun. It kind of makes like the stakes. You know, you got to carry the weight of your team. It's
Yeah.
it's more intense, and it was cool because there was like, you know, the North County group like that we were in, right? Like the
Yeah.
OFC group, like we were pretty formidable. Like nowadays, like um, I don't know. You haven't seen a like thing quite like it since,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, as far as like in our region. Like that was the last time there was like something quite like it, and it was pretty cool, man. I'm glad I was a part of all of them. I don't know. And then one time they were like, maybe you shouldn't be on. Maybe you're not good enough. And we did this round robin thing. I beat the fuck out of everyone, dude. It
See,
was
like
the
that's
funniest
dope,
shit.
dude.
They were like, hey, let's all play for our spots. They wanted to get rid of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's play. I fucking beat everyone. Beat Sean. Beat fucking dude. I was like, yeah, you guys, good fucking. I beat Will. Will was trying to get on the team. Wilbert, I fucking bodied him. I only lost to Richard or something. I was like, yeah, guys, yeah, kick me off the team, fucking morons. And they're
Damn.
like, well, the last one we never won a game. It's like neither did Manny. Like, come on, dude. Ilya fucking like OCV'd us. Get the fuck out of here. Like, Ilya was so good. He was so cool too. I miss that guy. I don't know what happened to him. He got a job and he just like disappeared. That's what happens to most people. That's why I like respect Kadar, dude. He got a real job and he like moved away, but he still like deals with our like dumb, stupid shit. He's like, he's all about it still.
Yes. But dude, I'm gonna get up there, man. But fucking
Get up where? What are you talking about?
you know,
Get back up here? Like move back? What are you talking about?
yeah, San Diego.
Nice. Come back, dude. I'll accept you. You can hang out with me, dude. You haven't burned this bridge yet.
You know, fucking Cody did a TTF live this past week, and yeah, he talked about that.
But the
About
5v5?
no, not the 5v5. Shit, my bad.
Oh, you
Being
coming back to town?
narcissistic. No, about me just burning bridges and shit like that. And I hope it doesn't feel that way to people. But
Well, I could take a
Slowly,
fucking
dude.
joke, so I mean, I've been dealing with fucking jokers this whole fucking time being a part of this scene, so I don't give a shit, dude. You're
yeah. Hey, let's talk about this real quick. So your podcast, Serious Players Only, you alleged that you're the only ones to clean up the backyard, the SPO gang, and people said that no, you
Yo,
weren't the only one.
gang. Fucking Brandon wasn't there. It was just
No,
me.
not
What are you talking
Brandon.
about?
Not Brandon. Sorry, just Rico. Clean the backyard, and other people say that's bullshit and that you're a piece of shit for saying that. Like, do you have anything to say about that?
The worm turns, man. I don't know. Fucking.
Worm turns. What does that mean?
I don't know, dude. I gotta like tippy toe around this shit because people are so. I don't know. I don't know why people feel that way. I think.
Here's the thing, though. I think it's because okay, so if people don't know what we're talking about, Serious Players Only is the podcast that Rico's on, and he had an episode about the TTF Restoration Project. TTF is the tournament series in San Diego that takes place in a house. So Rico here said that he did most of the cleaning in the backyard, and a lot of people in San Diego, not a lot of people, but some of the Filipino backyard council, which is like a real faction in San Diego, they took exception to that. So yeah, that's the context.
I don't really know if I see. I can like barely take you seriously because like I don't
This is
know
real.
for
This
fact.
is real.
I don't know for a fact that.
This is real. This is so real. You don't even know. So if someone brings up
See,
your podcast,
there's a possibility that you could be like misinterpreting.
no. Because I don't blow things out of proportion. I'm not a weirdo. Like,
Well, it's just like
world.
it's the story doesn't make any sense. Like, how could anyone that was there?
They said that you weren't the only one to clean the backyard, and that it's weird that you cried after saying that you're the only one to clean the backyard. And
That's not what. That's not quite how that went. These guys. I did get sentimental for a second. Probably not. I mean, it had nothing to do with me being the only person that cleaned the backyard.
Exactly. I agree with you. I think it was just in like they were looking at it like DVD scenes where like they hit the button, on the DVD player.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of ways you can interpret that. Maybe it was if this is the group of people that are proclaiming themselves as going to be able to save anything. and that's you should. We'll just talk about the facts, okay? No. If you want to like piss me off about something, you want to fucking boil my blood, I'll get into it.
What's the re-up? What's the whole origins of what are we even talking about? So TTF,
Okay,
there was
so
time-
if I'm not mistaken, it was Jamal who made a Facebook group that was like all the usual suspects of TTF being like, hey, like Cody's house is like under some need of like just TLC, like what can we do? And everyone was all like, oh yeah, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, well, we just need to like clean it. You know what I mean? Like we just need to clean it up and see where we're at, like try to fix stuff, whatever. I was like, can I do I can do this week? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well I can do this week. They're like, maybe. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll take this week off of work and I'll go down there and whoever wants to come, like this is when I'm gonna be there. And people were literally saying like, okay, well, I got work on Monday, but I can be there on Tuesday, or I can't remember. The thread's probably still out there. It's all and they might be like, oh, let's just tell the story, okay? I took it very seriously because I was like, I felt responsible, like I there's some responsibility for me like to help clean TTF up and like get it going again, get it to be because it was pretty much a venue that was like I don't want to say dilapidated, but I don't know. It was probably before you even fucking showed up there, dude. It was bad. Were you there before the re-up? Did you ever go to one before that cleaning?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Okay.
did. Yeah. But I want to ask. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ian.
So like when all the couches and shit were outside, and there was like a iguana tank and all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know those.
No, I
Okay.
was. No, me, Ian, you were too. But I'm saying like there was a time, Ian, where it closed down, like the whole the beehive thing, right?
Is
And
that
now-
when that happened?
Yeah, I think there was
After
some
that?
bees too. Yeah, there were bees too, maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to say this though. Okay, so how'd you first discover TTF before we even get to this? And then please get back to this point. Like you already knew about TTF like for a long time before this.
So,
right?
well, yeah, okay. So I don't know when we started going. Richard was like, "Hey, I went to this place down in San Diego. I was sick." And then our friend that lived in like a OFC OG guy who like moved up to like Silicon. No, it was like wherever they shoot all the pornographic films. He like moved there for a while, and he was down in town. He's like, "Hey, this movie VHS came out. It's in like Kensington Theater. Like, let's go see it." And then we're like, "We'll go to TTF afterwards." So we went and watched VHS at the Kensington Theater. It was like a fucking indie horror movie. It was pretty cool. And then we went to TTF afterwards, and we stayed there for like 6 in the morning or 3 in the morning. We're like, "Wow, this is the greatest thing ever." Like this is like
I love Kensington.
this is like a
but Kensington rules, dude. Have you
yeah.
ever had
Kensington was the
breakfast in
shit.
Kensington? It's a rich neighborhood, right?
I don't know. I just go to the movie theater there once in a while.
It's a super hipster neighborhood, from what I
They
remember.
play cool movies from time to time. Like I went and watched like Jurassic Park and like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like I think we went somewhere else to watch The Big Lebowski. Like a weird old movie. They like play like a summer movie, like random shit.
It's right
But
next to like City Heights, right?
Yeah. There's like that sign, City Heights. It's right around there. Same shit. But
Dude, I miss San Diego so much, man.
dude, it was pretty sick, man. Honestly, like, and we were like, dude, TTF is awesome, and we went there. We were regulars every week. Me and Vincent would stay late, man, fucking late. Like, come home when the sun's up and shit. Like, drive. I could stay up back then. I can't do that shit anymore, dude. It's so rough for me. But because I was already working like early mornings, and so like it was kind of I don't know how. I was just younger. I had more like just stamina to like stay up. Now, if I drove home at like 3 o'clock from TTF, I had to like take a nap halfway, wake up, do jumping jacks, fucking spray water on my face. It's bad, dude. Like I'm a fucking washed bitch. I can't do it anymore. My body's just too, just beaten down over the years. But, yeah. So like we were super. I mean, me and Cody, the 3 emperors, we were all tight, dude. Me and Cody were super tight. Me, Cody, Vincent, we were all super tight. And so the TTF re-up, I was like, hey. I don't know what these people think, but I felt like I was partially responsible. There was some responsibility there for me to like go help clean up TTF. So I fucking told everyone I was gonna be there this whole week, and my poor dog wants to take a piss. It's okay, Chucky, you can hold.
No. Hey, go ahead. We'll take a break.
No, she takes a long time. We'll keep going. Don't worry about it. He's okay. So I I wake up. It's like fucking 4:40 in the morning, get ready, pack a lunch, take off from my house at like 5:30 in the morning, get to Cody's house at like 6:25. It's like an hour-long drive for me to drive to Cody's house. I live like I live pretty far away. And I just start. I don't really worry about anything. I'm just gonna work, man. So I start working. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, fucking dude. I only saw. I mean, I'm not even trying to talk shit. I'll talk shit about everyone else except for Cody. I know Cody had like a gout thing, but I think I only saw him like 2 of the days he didn't even come out. I don't even think to say anything. I probably put maybe 60 hours in 7 days. In 7 days, not including drive times, like just time there. And then I didn't eat. I didn't go eat lunch. I brought like a thing of crackers and a fucking Gatorade because I just didn't want to take any breaks. I knew how much fucking work needed to be done. And the days people said they could show up, I mean, literally. And then Paul even woke up one day. He's like, "Man, I feel bad. You're doing all this work. I'll help you. Weedy, do you want something to eat? I'll go get you something to eat." I was like, "Yeah, man, sure. I'll take something." He's like, "I'll get you a burrito." Dude, I don't even know where he went the whole day. I left at like 6:30 at night. He never came back. He was like, he just ghosted for like 5 or 6 hours. I was like,
yeah, it's when Paul goes, "Hey, I'm going to settle. You want something real quick?" And then it's like 2 hours later, he comes back with
the thing. It was crazy. And yeah,
he just vanishes when he goes to get food, dude.
it was pretty wild, man. I don't know how I spent about $50 in like 55-gallon, like thick, like 3mm thick, like black garbage bags. I filled every single one of them up with trash and had it stacked on the driveway. I weed eated the whole place, half of it by hand because the fucking weeds. There was like literally trees growing in the backyard. I weed eated through Mika's shit like several times, and I just like on my face, on my body, I just wiped it off and just kept going. Dude, I was like just determined. I felt.
Wait, the motor kicked it up.
Yeah, dude, the fucking thing broke on me. I had to like fix this fucking weed eater. It was like a serious one, dude. It's like one that is like perfect because I just borrowed it from the ranch. I pruned the fucking tree. Dude, I don't know, man. A lot of shit just outside. It was so much work. It was okay. It was bad. It was really bad. And then on Sunday, I paid for some trash. I think it was Sunday or Saturday. I can't remember what the fuck happened, dude. It was honestly it was I don't even, the days blended in with the hours, it seemed like a fucking lifetime.
Dude, you shouldn't open up to the clout chasers. Like if you make a group called the Re-Up, that makes
I mean, I think their intentions were okay, and I think honestly why they're so.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but if I saw that,
look, I don't even knock them, dude. I don't knock them. Like if these, I don't know. I like me, like I think most men are fucking just. Like it's not, people don't have a lot of fucking. I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like the only thing I can do is carry something heavy. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm virtually useless for like anything else. Like all I'm fucking good for is picking something up and fucking moving it somewhere else. And like, it sounds stupid, but like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like if that there's one thing I'm good at, it's just fucking working. Like it's the only thing I'm fucking good at. I mean, I'm good at other things, but you know what I mean? Like just putting my nose down into the fucking grinding wheel and just going day in, day out. That's what I do every single fucking day, dude. It's like breathing for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know these people's fucking lives. I don't know their lived experiences. Like, I can't expect them to want to fucking, I don't know. But they were acting like they were trying to. And I don't know what their whole deal is against. And it's just the truth, dude. They showed up the last day. On the podcast, I gave shout outs to, like, I'd say Wiggly Watts, his girl, and maybe Don's brother. They were like cleaning up inside pretty good. I mean, mostly everyone else was just helping load up the truck by picking up the bags I already fucking packed with my you know what I mean? Like I spent so much time, dude. Like so much fucking time. Weed eating the front yard. I fucking shot a rock up and shattered the windshield on my fucking truck. I never said a word to anyone about that shit.
Oh, God.
I mean. It was just, and I don't know why people are so, they get pissed off, but it's like, I don't know. I think they just suffered dreadfully the consequences of not being able to fulfill their responsibilities. Like, that's the only way I can fucking word it. Like, that's what it seems like to me. And like, they just hate me for the fact that some people made promises they were going to show up, and they just didn't. And I don't know what to fucking say, but you know, talk's cheap, motherfuckers. Like, you know, ask Cody. Ask Cody. I was there every single fucking day. He probably couldn't sleep. I'd fucking show up at, and I'd show up at like 6:30 and just start this like monster of a weed eater and just fucking go to town, dude. Just stomping through the house, acting like it was like, you know, just fucking throwing shit, getting a chainsaw, pole saw, fucking cutting down the front tree. It was just, it was a, I don't know. I don't want to like just. It was a fucking Herculean fucking effort on my part, and like, whatever, you know. I don't even care. Everyone could be like, "Oh, you're a fucking bitch for acting like you did all." It's like, dude, whatever, man. You know who paid this fucking $600 to pay the trash pickup guys to fucking pick up? Yeah. You know, well, yeah, I was gonna try and take it in my truck and loads of the dump, and I realized it just wasn't even a viable option. There was literally like. The whole entire driveway was like stacked like cigarettes, just these huge 55-gallon bags, just back and forth, full of fucking cans, debris. We did the whole around the whole caddy, like the backside of the house. Like he was gonna get in trouble for that being full of shit too. Like, you know what I mean? Like the outside, he lives on a corner, and it's like a whole L shape around the next cul-de-sac. I had to clean that whole entire thing up until the end of his property line too. It was just, you know, and I don't even care, dude. Like every day I don't go on my podcast and talk about this shit. And like I don't know, man. The more I think about the meaning of life all the fucking time, dude. I swear, it's like, it might be responsibility. And like, you gotta fucking, I don't know, man. Lift the load and fucking just carry the fucking weight, dude. Like, if you can't do that, you're fucking useless, dude, and your life's gonna be fucking shitty. Like, just start sooner or later. I don't give a fuck when you start, but just whatever, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell these fucking people. It's whatever, but I don't know.
I get it, dude. I mean, like I said, when I grew up doing a lot of landscaping too, and that shit would last all day. Just doing one, you know, medium-sized house could take the whole fucking day. And you're under the sun, dude, and like once you cut everything down, like the cleanup process is just as fucking long sometimes. Just getting all the dead grass and weeds and all that shit. And like my dad, he would make me hand pick the fucking dead weeds out of like the roses and shit. You know, like I couldn't just put a machine through all that, so.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, just little small things with that shit's not easy work, man. Like it might be simple stuff, but it's just a repetition, and you're doing it, you know, the whole day outside.
Dude, I'm gonna sound like a poser, but fucking in college, I worked on the University of Minnesota Duluth horticulture team, right? And basically all we did is plant trees and then weed rock gardens, and it was fucking horrible. Holy shit, dude. Like dude, weeds were everywhere. Like it's bad. I basically, this is the reason I only did it for one summer. I never did it again. It's like fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the people that you know that notice your effort are the ones that fucking matter, dude. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like who knows how much work you did? Like you and Cody and the people who were, you know, living in the house at the time. Like, people that matter know that you put in a ton of fucking effort that nobody else would have.
Well, I mean, maybe on their own time. I don't know. Maybe they had a long way to drive or something. I know there's people that live on the same fucking street, and I didn't see them once. I mean,
Yeah.
And then the best part is, like, dude, there's a certain group of people that for whatever reason just fucking, they like hate me. And it's like, I feel bad because I don't know.
Okay. I feel like this might be a small topic. Okay, so everyone's like, okay, not everyone, but so people listen to this podcast who don't live in San Diego at all, and they're just listening to this, like, what the. If you're still listening to this, you
should probably not listen to this if you don't live in San Diego, because you're just wasting your time.
You should. No, there's people who follow me who are like in Illinois and all over the world. Okay, there's 15% of our listeners are in Sweden on the audio only versions. So it's fucking crazy,
Sweden, dude.
Yeah, and then 10% are girls. Ian is gay, and I'm straight.
What?
Me,
but
dude. But a fucking. What was I gonna say?
But yeah, I want a Swedish girl.
Yeah, no, I do. But dude, I fucking lost my train of thought. You're fucking me.
You were saying that yeah, I don't know. I was saying how people hate me. Everyone, there's a small group of people that for whatever reason like just hate everything I do and everything I stand for. For whatever reason, they like want to see me like just fall flat on my face or fucking whatever.
This is
I
what I
don't
was
know
gonna
what
say.
the deal is.
Okay. So when he says everyone, he just means that people in the local San Diego community, and I don't think he's right. Everyone loves him. So all right, for sure. Let's move on.
Maybe it's just the people that hate you are the only ones that are speaking out. You know, maybe that's why it is.
I don't know. I think it's funny because like I don't know. It's like they're like, Rico can't read or spell right. They're fucking.
That's you, Kadar.
No, like you know what I mean. It's like I don't know. I am kind of fucking stupid, but like you couldn't pick a can up at TTF and throw it in any direction and not hit like a fucking dullard or like you know what I mean. It's like, dude, like we're all fucking retarded. I don't know who like Hughes without the fucking who Hughes without saying cast the first stone, dude. It's like I don't know what the fuck you guys are trying to say. Like you know. I'm not, in school I did terrible. Like I'm not a good student of like I didn't do good in like, the education system. Like I just, my brain fucking didn't jive with it well. And, I didn't pay that much attention. I was more interested in sleeping or ditching or whatever. I'm like, am I the greatest reader ever? It's like, no, like I'm not. Like, am I the greatest speller? Fuck no, I'm not. I'm a terrible speller. But like, I could not know how to read or write, and like, I still know more shit than most. Like, I'm almost 33 years old. I've probably forgotten more shit in my life than half of these people that try to make fun of me for being stupid have ever learned in their entire fucking lives. And it's like, oh, you're just saying stupid shit now. It's like, dude, I don't know. I've done a lot of things. Had a lot of different jobs. I've learned a lot in my position. I've worked at this place for 10 fucking years, dude. Like, I'm pretty good at a lot of different things, but
all right. So here's my challenge.
I'm going on a fucking sick ass tangent now, but
No.
I don't know. These people piss me off though because I can feel it. I can sense it. They just have this little attitude towards them, like, oh yeah, you're stupid. I'm like, whatever, man. Like, get out of here with that shit. Like, yeah, you can't work yourself out of a wet paper bag sack. Why are you trying to fucking say something stupid about me? You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. Look. Can I barely read? Sure. Like, yeah, I can barely fucking read. But I can skin an animal and fucking butcher him, and I know how to fucking cure a hide. I could perform like surgeries on like multiple fucking animals you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, come on.
Yeah.
I know how to fucking cut the testicles out of a fucking steer and have them not even fucking have a drop of blood. Like, fix a tractor, it goes down, fucking okay, fix it, whatever. It doesn't matter, dude. Like any of this shit, like whatever. I didn't pay attention in school. Congratulations. I don't know where commas are. I can barely fucking, even if I can barely read, I still know fucking, it's just different types of knowledge, man. And people can talk shit all they want, but see you on Monday at the re-up, guys. Or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday. They didn't even show up. Maybe Friday was the day that people showed up. I can't really remember. Either way, I tried to make an effort of at least staying at Cody's for at least 10 hours when I was there every single day, because I was like, 8 hours just isn't going to cut it. So I don't know, maybe it was all on Friday and they showed up as if it was just a TTF or something. Either way,
that's crazy. Yeah. I remember I signed up for that, but Cody kept canceling it, so I just ended up like never going. Like he kept saying like, "Oh, this weekend," and then just
it felt like I wasn't allowed. Okay, so I'll talk to Cody here, but Cody, I messaged you at least a couple times saying, "Yeah, dude, I want to come and help," and I wasn't allowed to. But it doesn't matter. Like,
you weren't allowed.
No, like, yeah, I think he felt like maybe there's too many people volunteering or some shit like that.
Yeah. Either way, just always look at whenever there's criticism for anything, just consider the source, okay? Like I said, these people, Rico's dumb, he can barely read, fucking, Asian hate is at an all-time high. It's like,
just
what? All right.
But But anyway, fucking that's tight, bro.
I love this podcast, dude. I'm so glad that we got an episode out, dude.
It's at an all-time
too
high,
long.
you guys. Even higher than when there was
It
concentration camps for the Japanese, and fucking higher than whenever they'd let anyone immigrate here except for people from Asia. Like, yeah, it's at an all-time high, dude. I cannot believe it. It's
You're just
insane.
creating more work for me. You're just creating more work for me.
Yeah, edit all this shit out. Fucking
Yeah,
dumbasses.
we need a bleep button, dude.
Yeah, these people are fucking. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
just shut the fuck up, real
I'm
quick.
just gonna get a soundboard and just every time he says something, I'll just
dullards, dude. Complete and
You
utter
just fart.
dullards.
Shut the fuck up, real quick. All right, here we go. So when was your first what was your first major tournament? Like, when was your first Evo like? Can you tell us what that was like?
The first Evo, dude, was the most amazing thing of all time. It was 2011. You could still like do anything you wanted to, like rush the stage or fucking like it was just on a little like there was a stage there, but like people sat right up in front. People were cheering. It was like the most fun, dude. I don't know. There was a seat for everyone there. Jesus Christ, that shit pissed me off. There was one Evo where there was no chairs. I wanted to like it was bad. it was bad. It was really bad. But yeah, and then even 2012 kind of already started going downhill, dude. Like I bet you it was even cooler before fucking I ever went, dude. Like what was 2010 or 29 like? You know what I mean? I almost went to 2010. We were watching like top 32, and then like I was like, dude, let's just take off to Vegas and go watch this shit like on Sunday. And like we just totally just didn't do shit, but it would have been a cool thing for sure.
2013 in Bally's Paris. It was fucking tight, dude.
Dude, those were fun, dude. Those were fun.
Those
Those
were
were
good.
fun. I think it was better than 2012. Like, did you go 2014?
2014 was in the Caesar's Palace, right?
No, I think they did 2 years back to. Maybe they did
No,
go
no.
back.
2015 was Bally's Paris, so they went back. So 13
Oh.
was Paris, and then 15 was Paris.
Okay.
That I think 14 was MGM
12
or
and
some
12,
shit.
12
Or
and 4.
Caesars.
I think 12 was definitely at Caesar's Palace, and honestly, I wasn't a fan. There was like a lot of spectators, and then it sold out. Like it was like the first like hella mainstream sellout year where like they only had so much room for so many people, and they actually sold out. And then there were people who were trying to compete but couldn't get in whenever they sold all these spectator passes to these like fucking stream monsters that like didn't actually play games. They just like were total losers and wanted to like talk shit in the stream, but like in real life. And like that was like a cool thing for a second. Everyone's like, oh, I'm a stream fucking whatever. Doesn't matter. But it was kind of, I remember there being a lot of drama. Like people were like, this is bullshit. Like, I don't know if you weren't there in 2012, right? It was like a big,
No,
like,
no.
it was like in the air. Like there were people mad about the fact that like it reached max capacity and that there was a lot of people there just spectating. And like you could hear the rumblings like of the people. I don't know. I kept running into this one guy who had something to say about it, and it was really funny. He was like screaming it out loud, like, this is bullshit. Like half these people are just here for a free t-shirt. Because they were giving like a free there was like a I don't know, dude. It was
Oh
yeah.
god, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You fucking remind me. Yeah, you're the one of the oracles who talk about the pre-TS days and the post-TS days. About pre-T-shirt and post-T-shirt days.
I mean, I don't know if anyone ever put it like that before. That's funny. I never heard that, but you could almost draw a line, and there is like a definitive difference. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could almost be like, hey, this is like its own era, and like it does create like a convenient like marker as to when things definitely started kind of changing.
Okay, so I feel like
it's kind of funny.
I feel like the newer comedies these days are like I think the new hot thing is the 24-hour arcade. So they'll hire a arcade company or something like that who has a bunch of cabinets. I'm sure you've heard of these, where they'll come through and they'll have every cabinet game, right? And that'll be a 24-hour little thing. I think they do those at CEO and Combo Breaker now.
That's cool.
How do you feel about those? Like, have you like how do you weigh that against a free T-shirt?
Well, I mean, those are two places that are kind of holding it down, man. I hate to say it. CEO and fucking Combo Breaker, like,
yeah.
I mean, when we're talking about like the like total sellout shill TO people, like fucking Valle and shit. No, I'm just talking shit. But I think he was. I honestly think it was his idea to get rid of the free shirt. I hate to say it. If I'm not mistaken, like that SoCal Regionals 2013 or something was like they were like, yeah, the shirt's gonna be like $18 or something. I was like, what? You don't get a free shirt? They're like, no, it's not free. I'm like, what the fuck? And then during grand finals, they like stopped the whole event. They're like, everyone needs to get away from the stage. I was like, oh my god. They're like, we need to make room. The fire department saying that we need to make room. I was like, uh-oh. There's the fucking, you just feel like a, I don't know. There's a
Fire
total
department just
shift.
there watching
There was
grand
like
finals, dude.
There's a total shift in the like, oh, like this is something else now. Like we're kowtowing to the fucking fire department, dude. Like a year ago, we would have like chased them out of the building and like stole their fucking fire like truck and like drove around town like spraying around at people. You know what I mean? Like we would have had fun. Like this shit's just fucking. I don't know. I don't know. Shit got whacked, dude. What can I say?
For sure.
The day the fucking FGC died, dude.
Damn.
We'll be
Stop
singing
handing
"Bye
out
Bye
shirts.
American Pie." No, I'm just kidding. But no, I mean it was big. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like you're like, oh no, you're just a bigot. You like to say the F word and fucking. I'm like, whatever, dude. Kiss my ass, dude. Like, it was funner. This shit's all not as fun anymore. But I just like playing the games I like to play, and I hope that we can get back to actually going to tournaments because that's really the main reason why I enjoyed the FGC the most was like having people to play with. You know, I'm not a big online player.
You're not?
No, I barely play online.
Yo, you played some guy named Dagger G, and he lives on the island here.
Oh yeah, Dagger, I play him
talked
all
to
the
him.
time. That
I
guy's pretty
talked to
good.
him. I said, "Hey, you played Rico," and he said, "Yeah."
That guy beats me most of the time. I think I've only beat him twice or some shit. He usually beats the fuck out of me. Not beats the fuck out of me. It's close, but he's good at edging games, man. That guy, he's a vet, dude. He's a good player.
Oh yeah, so we were gonna ask about this, and I feel like yeah, we got a few more things. Would you do anything in Japan as far as like playing Street Fighter, or did I just get trolled when people said that you did?
No, I went to Evo Japan, and I played every time I go there. I fucking, you know, I
What's it like competing there? Yeah, just talk about all that.
I don't know, man. Honestly, Evo Japan, I got sucked into playing Breaker's Revenge for like 3 days straight. That and then I almost didn't make it to my second pool. Like it was a complete. I didn't realize they were gonna run the next pool right back to back. I didn't know that. Like no one. I thought I was good for like hours, you know. So I won out, and I was all happy. And I was just walking around. A lot of time went by. I was hanging out with Daywalker and. You know, I was checking out the Yatagrasu. They had a bunch of Yatagrasu cabinets there, and I was watching people play. And I was randomly walking through, and I see Sherry Jennings. I'm like, "Hey, Sherry!" Like, she looked all sad. I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Oh, I just got my ass beat." I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "How'd you do?" I was like, "I made it out in winners." She's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, fucking get good, Sherry." Like, I don't know. I always give her a hard time. Richard used to date her, and like, we used to go on double dates all the time. So like, I just got this like weird. I make fun of her a lot, like bit.
Do you know
like,
the Sherry Jenks lore with me? Like Cody thought it was funny to always like see her or make her play me. I don't know why. But this is like 6 weeks in a row. I'm not even joking. And I'm pretty sure the challenge brackets go back that far.
Street Fighter 5?
Yeah, 5 when it first came out. Like, and Richard.
Dude, okay, go ahead. I had some funny stories about that.
She beat me every time.
Really?
Of course. What the fuck? I'm not good at Street Fighter. She's good. I mean,
at Street Fighter 5.
She played Nikali. I played Birdie.
No, I know she played Nikali. So,
and I think Birdie sucks against Nikali because what the fuck? I have to get in on you, dude. Like, what do you think? I don't know.
I played Geef in that game. I didn't lose to her for a long time, and dude. Like, so she'd like played me in Street Fighter 4, and like she'd always beat me, right? Like we didn't play a lot because she was from LA and we were from down here, but every time we played, like she played C Viper, I played God. It was a fucking wash, bro. She beat the fuck out of me. Well, when Street Fighter 5 came out, like she like really took it seriously, and I was like barely fucking playing, and like there was a string of tournaments. One of the hyper bombs, like some TTF tournaments, like all the shit. I kept beating her, and like she just was being like I'd be an asshole about it because I was kind of just a prick, and like we kind of hang out because me and Richard and Osco and her would go on these like stupid fucking like weird. We'd go up to tournaments in LA to get like the Red Bulls. We'd all go together because it was like a weird. Hey, you drive, and the girls got to hang out, and even though Sherry's more like a fucking girl than fucking, she's more like one of the guys actually. She likes playing games. Oscar's like, she doesn't play games, you know what I mean? But
Sonic
it was like some like idea. Yeah, Sonic 06, come on, 100% of that game. What a fucking pot monster. But so like there was this tournament at Cody's house. I think it was like he was doing one of those like Rambat thing. I don't know. It was a cooler one, and we play, and I think she really like practiced like to beat me or something, and I just like beat the fuck out of her, right? And she leaves and goes back to Richard's house until Cody and until Richard calls her back to go pick him up. Like she took the car back. She left. I don't know, maybe she didn't go to Richard's house. Maybe she just drove around downtown. I don't know what the fuck.
To a bar.
Who knows? She probably just drove around the
God.
freeways for hours, just like, just thinking like, how the fuck did I lose to this guy? He sucks ass. And then there was another time where we were up in like one of the Red Bull tournaments, and like we were playing, and then like a bunch of people started watching us, like right before we all left to go get some food, and all of her friends from LA were like watching, and there's like a picture of it on the fucking internet. It's really funny. And dude, I once again, there's like a million eyes on this setup. There's like literally 40 people watching it, and I just fucking beat the fuck. I felt so bad because she was actually better than me, and she clearly wanted to win more, but for whatever reason, like I had a little luck on my side, dude, and I just would keep besting her. And I actually liked that matchup. I felt like
It's
Deep
5
actually,
or 4. 5 or 4.
it's 5, bro. I'd never beat her in 4. That was a bad matchup for me.
Yeah, 4. Her, what is it called? Her Viper. Yeah,
Viper
I remember,
was good,
yeah,
and that's a terrible matchup for Guile. So I would just get it was embarrassing, dude. I
remember the first Evo I went to. I watched her like beat like some Japanese dude with Viper, and I was like, holy shit, damn, she's solid.
But so after I made out of pools and winners in Japan, and then I see Sherry, and I'm like, yeah, and then I'm all gloating, I'm being an asshole, and then this guy used to go to OFC back in the day. He was just there at Evo Japan. His name was Tomo Yoshi 89. This guy's a legend in the OFC like OG crew. He was like a foreign exchange student from maybe, man, what's that place that China like kind of occupies? Not Hong Kong, but the other one that like kind of succeeded.
Taipei.
He's from Taiwan, I think. And his
Gamer
family was
Bead?
like, no. His name was Tomo Yoshi 89. He was this random like foreign exchange student who went to school at SDSU or UCSD maybe. And I actually went to his graduation. It's kind of funny. This guy, I took him to fucking Cheetahs. Like his last day in town, I like took him to Cheetahs. I was like, pick any girl, dude. Like all fucking, I like fucking. It was bad, dude. It was fucking bad, dude. I run into him, and I'm like, dude, Tomo, what the fuck are you doing in Japan? He's like, oh, I live back in like Asia now. So like, I just came here. I was like, oh my god. I was like, he's like, how did you do in the tournament? I was like, I made out in winners. He's like, have you played your second pool yet? I'm like, no, it's gonna be later. He's like, no, dude, like it's right now. And then I go running over there, and they're like calling me for last call. They're about to put me in losers or some shit.
Damn.
And I was like, holy shit, dude, Tomo just like saved my ass. And that was that match on stream against that Abigail guy, and he fucking beat the shit out of me. The thing was, I hadn't played Street Fighter 5 at any tournament for a whole year before Evo Japan. And I just happened to get like kind of free bracket, and I won my way out of it, which was, it was lucky. It was kind of funny too, because they had all this merch, and I was like, man, I want to buy one of those posters. It's kind of cool, like the Evo Japan poster. And then like by noon on Sunday, they closed all the shops, and I was like, I cannot fucking believe it. And we were sitting by the little merch booth. They were all closed down. I was like, man, I totally shit the bed on buying one of those posters. And then me and Daywalker are sitting there, and we start noticing that like all around the like hall that that's being hosted in, there's these posters like just taped up to the wall. And I was like, we should just take some of these. We should just we should just steal the posters off the wall. And Daywalker is this like huge fucking black dude. He's on one of our podcasts. Daywalker, he's a fucking legend. He's an OFC, other like just old school OFC guy. Went there from day one, and he's like, hell yeah. And this one guy could speak English, and he's like, you guys are gonna steal those, and we're like, yeah, so what? And he's just like, you can buy them. I was like, no way. I was like, where? He's like, right over there. I was like, oh, go find out how much they cost for me. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay. And then he goes, and he's like, he comes back, and he's like, it's closed. I'm like, no shit, dumbass. That's why we're talking about stealing them off the walls. And he's like, fuck. And then like we're just like these two, like a normal size, like healthy Asian guy compared to like a 6'4", like just black as night, just fucking jacked. Like, dude, Daywalker is like, he works out like 6 days a week. He like fucking can like bench press like 300 pounds or some shit. He's just a monster. And I'm just this like fat blob who's also like twice this guy's size. And then we just start taking posters off the wall, dude. Just take it. We're like, you know what? We were just gonna take one for each of us, but now we're gonna take like that guy was so scared. He's like, Jesus Christ, I like should just get the fuck out of here. We were like, so cool, dude. It was the most epic shit. And long story short, a lot of them got ripped like in the process, like, yeah, but I got one out clean, and I it said TTF somewhere. I don't know if Cody just like put it up in the backyard and like it just got like shit on. I don't know what happened to it, but it belonged in the in the halls of greatness that is fucking TTF. So either way, it was a lot of fun, man. Tournaments are fun. I miss them, and I don't know how long this is going or what you guys are expecting.
We have Evo Offline. It's supposed to be coming up this next year. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
yeah, dude,
that's the plan,
Yeah, what's the next offline shit that you're gonna go to? I'm curious.
I might have something at my house. I might do like a like later this month. I'm still thinking of a date, but I might do like a
you run
cool
Tekken?
No. Someone can bring a Tekken set up and fucking play.
Playing the corner and shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You can waste your time on that stupid shit if you want. I don't care. That's like my favorite bit, dude. I love just fucking making fun of Tekken. It's like my favorite. That and Korean barbecue, dude. Korean barbecue is like, people try to deny it, but that's the reason why like everyone was like, yeah, we're gonna go to Evo Japan. Let's like make a pact right now. And then they ate Korean barbecue like they ate Korean barbecue every week, and they're like, we don't got Rico's stupid, dude. Korean barbecue, dude. Like, it's like, yeah, man. Korean barbecue is an impulsive, low class pleasure, dude. Like, I've seen fucking Pinocchio. I know what happens on Pleasure Island. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not going down that road, you guys. I don't know what to fucking say, dude. Like, I don't know. Either way, fuck everybody. I'm over this thing, dude. Anyone's got beef with me, come at me. Fucking roll up next to me at a red light, dude. I'll brake check you and fucking. Oh, I'm just talking shit now.
You were a lot meaner yesterday, which is good.
No, I wasn't mean. I was more. Yeah, yeah. You caught me. You said that, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what did they act like they did anything until like the last minute. Until the last minute, like photo like op session where everyone like had to like feel good for like feeding the hungry kid or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, let's all fucking.
There's a final picture.
Let's all hey, picture time, everybody. Hey, let's all take pictures and fuck. Hey, whatever, dude. Like I don't know. I spoke my piece before, dude. I don't even want to fucking.
Yeah, let's not reopen it. But yeah, no one else.
No, fuck it. No, one more time. They suffer dreadfully as a consequence for not being able to fulfill their. So everyone, suffer on, fucking losers. Suffer on. All right, is this over? Fuck everyone. No, I'm just.
I was laughing, but I was muted. But thanks for. I mean, fuck, dude. I'm so stoned right now. Yeah,
Let's wrap it up.
Oscar just put a burrito down in front of me, and I'm over it. You guys,
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Pickle, you're a badass. We should hang out sometime. Not even play fighting games. Just talk about fucking Mexico and like hunting fucking rabbits and shit, dude.
Hey, yeah, dude, you told me you're all into guns, dude. I actually want to, like, you gotta teach me some shit about guns and rifles, dude.
I've, it's not my first rodeo, dude. I've definitely, I've shot quite a bit of guns in my life. I like shooting guns, man. That shit's fun. It's expensive, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty expensive. Like just ammo, like I don't know, a month. I don't know how many hundreds of dollars. I mean, sometimes it's bad. But
I just want shit for like small game, like pellet rifles, dude. That's what I'm using right now. I'm actually gonna buy a fucking crossbow, dude.
Get a nice little fucking 22, and I don't know, but see the thing where you're gonna fucking shoot it. You could go to a range and have a lot of fun. It's so cheap, dude.
Yeah.
And
I'm telling you, I go to my uncle's ranch out in Mexico. That's right.
But Mexico's kind of caught up having a fucking. You can't have a firearm.
Yeah, that's why I only bring pellet rifles. Those are legal, but I can't bring like an actual gun.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of it's crazy because it's like there's all this gun violence and shit, but it's like I mean that's kind of why, right? It's like if the people actually had arms, like I don't know if that shit would go down the same way. They'd be like, hey, knock it off.
No, I think Mexico's kind of like you know what? When the problem gets too out of hand, like how the fuck do you control it anymore? I think it's one of those situations right now. Like I don't know how they could ever fix that, but
it's kind of crazy. I know the ranch, like our family ranch in Texas is on the Rio Grande, dude. Like, and there's some spillover every once in a while, like some crazy shit. Like, so the next door neighbor's workers, like 3 of them, just don't show up to work one day, and it's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? I don't even know what happened to him. It's fucked up.
But all right, man. Let's
wrap
it up.
Wait. Do you mean they got deported? Hold on, I'm just curious.
No, they didn't get deported. They fucking word on the street is, I mean, the neighbors said afterwards they're like, yeah, the cartel had some beef with them, and they're just, I don't know, they're not there anymore. And it's fucked up too because one of the guys, like, he made the adobe bricks that we like built the original ranch house out there with, like when I was like fuck, I mean like in 1988 or some shit, like before I was even born.
Oh shit.
The guy, like, I mean, it's fucking sad, dude. It's like, god damn it, dude. I don't know, I don't understand.
Wait, why did the cartel want him? Like for his brick?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. It's
a lot of those guys that
I don't even speak Spanish, man. Like, what the fuck do I know? Maybe he. Who knows, man? Who knows?
I was gonna say a lot of people that get crossed over are like organized by the cartel. Yeah. So there's probably some deals like, hey, you can take you over. You probably owe us X amount of money. You gotta pay us every other, month or whatever.
This part of Mexico, you can just walk across. There's no fucking border wall. There's no. It's protected by the fact that if you were to try to walk from there to town, like it's a hellscape that is unsurvivable. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've found dead bodies out there before. Fuck it. Even the next door neighbor. Right. What?
Dead bodies?
Dude. Yeah, dude. The next door neighbor's son. His car died on the way to the guy who lives right next to us on the Rio Grande. Mm-hmm. His son was going out there. His car broke down, and he was dead in like 6 hours.
Holy
fuck!
Shit.
Just dehydrated and died?
Yeah, he tried to walk it. And yeah, man, he was just drinking beer the whole time. He didn't have any fucking water. He didn't have any water in his system, and then he kind of got lost because he got delirious because of the whole, like, yeah, dude. Man. Those are real world fucking consequences. Like if you break down, you better know how to fucking get yourself out of a situation, because failure is not an option at that point. Like. That whole house, man. We built a 6,000 square foot house with just a generator and a well water, like. And I was like 13 years old or some shit, like. Just me and my dad and my fucking. Well, it was pretty cool. It's kind of sad though, because like we only go down there like 4 times a year, and it's like, we just go there and clean up, fucking, and then we work and then we leave, and it's like, wow, one day we'll get to enjoy this bird. Like, you know what I mean? It's like. One day this will be enjoyable. It's just an investment for the future. Either way, man. You guys take care. Kadar or Piccolo, you guys want to go shooting sometime? Let me know, dude. I'll go to the Kearney Mesa range. Fucking,
I'm down, dude.
It'll be sick. I'm down. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. All right.
All right, dude. Catch you
All right,
later, man.
yeah, peace
Later,
out,
guys.
coming
I'm
on,
gonna
dude.
eat. I'm gonna eat this shit. You can edit out whatever you want. Leave in the shit where I'm making fun of everybody, fucking, because that shit's gold. But or make it a separate video and just send it. I'll tell you who to send it to. Fucking
It's for our OnlyFans subs, dude.
Shout out
Yeah.
to
Enjoy
Dre.
your meal, dude.
So right now, the next clip is gonna be the Dre clip. So everyone enjoy it. But I'm just
Yeah,
fucking around.
yeah. All these guys, that you can't knock them. Maybe they had a long way to drive to get there or something. You never know, dude.
Nah.
Who
For
knows?
sure.
All right, guys. So,
All right,
shouts
hey,
to Swedish girls, hit me up. TK_pickle on Twitter. Fuck your dar. Don't edit this shit out, dude. I'll make sure you don't. And have a good night, everybody.
All right, for sure. And yeah, dude, Rico, thanks for coming on, bro.
No
I
problem. You
appreciate it.
guys.
Also, I'll probably ask you to come on again because honestly, we'll figure out. We'll be better at being a podcast host. So hopefully, you agree to come on again.
We can do it. I mean, I like talking to people. I think it's fun. So
For
anytime, hopefully it's more organized. This was a shit show. I apologize. I can't stay on topic. This is what all of our shitty podcasts are like. It's just random rambling about stupid shit that has like no
It's
it's
fun.
like
Yo,
it's just
yeah.
dumb.
It's better than like yesterday. You said the N word with the hard R, which is like crazy. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's-
you guys.
You're
guys-
funny, Kadar.
you
You're
guys-
really funny, dude.
Like you was FGC Job Squad. He said the N word yesterday. Bye.
What?
I
I'm
did.
leaving the Discord call. I don't know what the
he's-
fuck you said, but you're
he's
stoned,
fucking
dude. Get me.
talking-
I'm
he's
out of here. I'm
talking
gonna go
shit.
eat.
He's trying to get me in trouble, dude.
Good night, Sweden.
It's at all time high, dude. Don't forget.